know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fits. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we en route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't want to overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, he gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say tour from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and now it's time to lay the smack down. You think he Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit him with the people's elbows. Stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no, all day I dream about sports. I think I need some shut custom with some darkest colors, just to let them know we here. Yeah, I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem. Like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on the show. But the young man up, in the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings. Cash out on the investment. Ball out, don't choke. Fins want all the smoke. Chris Gregg gave hope. Coach flow like spoke. Dan Marino still the GOAT. But to a man on go. Watch to a man throw. Watch to a man scope. Watch to a man dishes that we never ever seen before. Fans up, let's win. Boy, I'm ready for a ring. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. It's damn week, use 10.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep.
Them Dolphins, fellas. Dolphins on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dolphins!
You already know, man. We're out here with the legend, man. Live and direct, man. Pat Train. And it's going down, man. Solo GWA.
What's up, man? Shout out to Miami Sports Music.
Hey. It's the new anthem for the new era. Fins up.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
But throw it up. Throw your foe up in the sky. Throw it up. Let them know that we gon' ride. Where you from? We be reppin' worldwide.
BWA, stay loyal till we die.
But it's the come up. We been down for a minute. This the come up. We been reppin' stay consistent. This the come up. Now the world gotta feel it. Reppin' so loud, whole world gotta hear it. A new era. Dolphins on the clizzard. Tick, tiz out. Till we reach the tiz out. This a never stizz out. Reppin' till we drizz out. So low D, I be reppin' with this hip hop. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
It's the new era, and we back up in the mix. Ain't no more relying on fits. It's time for Tua to get us lit. That's why we got Waddle at 6 and Jalen Phillips is a brick at 36. We got Javon Hollins, Madden hit stick. Ike and Burke protecting hips. 2 whole years and he ain't slipped. Hunter Long, he got that gritter, triple threat, he so legit. Darnell Coleman, Jared Dokes, the 7th round was such a gift. That's why we toast, that's why we sip, that's why we reppin' MSM. Miami sports music, don't confuse it, don't abuse it. Unless you want a new contusion, real talk, ain't no illusion. Solo D started a movement, MSM the institution. TD Fins the contribution, yeah, we started a new union. Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
MIAMIDOLPHINs. When do I begin? I've been rapping since a kid. If you rapping, then we can.
TWA, if you reppin', then we can.
Welcome to Perfect. We asking what would Shula do? He would take the narrative and spin it like a hula hoop. He say let it Coach Flow. Coach Flow gon' do his thing and he gon' bring it to it in and to it. Come and change the game. Watch the squad ball out. Got the fans all excited. Coolers out. Grills on. Got the tailgate ignited. It's the Aqua Society. They know we stay united. DWA. We be down and start a riot. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Who that?
So low deep.
Try to tell. But that's how we put it down. We put it down every time when it's time to show up for the fans. We out here. You dig?
They know it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, out here with it, man. Let's go, DWA, man.
Hey guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on this beautiful Spread Kindness Friday. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you all are doing great. Excited to see y'all. Excited to be part of this beautiful morning show this morning. Sorry I'm not down there in South Florida yet. I will be leaving first thing tomorrow morning. I have like a 7 a.m. flight. You should put me there at like, I don't know, 9:50. I think is when I'm supposed to get in. So, sorry. Can't get rid of this cough. No, like just morning cough. That's all. Nothing else crazier than that. Just woke up not too long ago. I'm still tired. I'm still bushy-eyed and tired. Stayed up and watched that crazy game last night. I got a lot to talk to y'all about this morning. We got to talk about that game last night and that crazy injury, which was the most scariest thing I've ever seen on a football field. We got to talk about Spread Kindness Friday. We got to talk about I saw Spiderman yesterday. I took my kids out of school early to go see that first showing of Spiderman. Yep, I'm a cool dad. Spider-Man's more important than school. I'm just saying. I'm not going to give no spoilers. I'm not going to do that to you. All I'm going to say is, wow. Wow. My Al Pacino. Wow. My Al Pacino voice. Wow. That's how crazy Spider-Man was good, man. Yeah, I definitely looked at my wife yesterday. We were like, yeah, after the show, I was like, let's go out to lunch. So we went out to lunch. And I said, hey, we should pull the kids out of school early and go see Spider-Man today. And she's like, really? That's what we should do? I was like, yeah. And we did. And it was awesome. Yesterday was a great day. And I wouldn't have done that if I had left and gone to Miami early. Look at me spending time. Estefan says, Steven, shut up. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm not going to say nothing else. But I promise you all, in about 2 weeks, I'm going to have a whole show dedicated to that Spider-Man show, that movie, because it was crazy. It was crazy. Hey, look, what else do we need to talk about this morning, man? Well, let me do the housekeeping stuff before we get into anywhere. Number one, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. Hit it, tap it, double tap it, whatever you got to do to it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Okay? And also, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, share. But tag me in your share. At Stephen D. SKPL. Be like this guy at Stephen D. SKPL. He has this cool morning show called #ClackBlockers. Here's the link. Come check it out. Put it on Twitter. Put it on Instagram. Put it on Facebook. Let people know and tag me in it. If you're on Facebook, you tag at Stephen D. Daniels. I'm just saying. Okay? Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, and share. Hey, also, if you want to sign up, become a member today, your seat's waiting for you. We got plenty of seats at the table. Plenty of seats. I like what Chef Shu says. Subscribe, like, share, donate, and become a member today. Your seat is waiting for you. Join the family. Alexander says, bop it. Pull it. Twist it. I remember that, dude. Come on now. You can't. I was born in 88. I know like Todd and D-Dub, all y'all are old. I'm just saying. I was born in 88, Caddyshack. You can't give me a 90s reference and for me not to be like, bop it, pull it, twist it. That was a great commercial. Hey, man, 90s babies. I might have been born in 88, but I think I'm a 90s baby. Yeah, good. Anyways, yeah, sign up, become a member today. Hey, look, it's Spread Kindness Friday. Shout out to this man already setting the mark, setting the trend. You guys aren't going to beat it. You guys aren't going to do it today. We're not going to break another record today. We won't do that. 1999. We're going to party like it's 1999. All right, I'm not Prince. I'm not going to sing for y'all. But sending a prayer today instead of kindness, praying Chargers tight end will be okay. Look, man, first of all, thank you for the donation. But that was such a scary injury. I'll get to all that because I want to talk about it in detail. So let me finish up doing this. But I appreciate you spreading kindness through donation. And if you want to be like Trucker Sean, you guys can do this, okay? Go here. Hide current comment. There we go. You guys can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. But if you guys really are able to, if you guys have the opportunity, PayPal and Cash App are the better ways to donate because there's less fees that go through that. Plus, I'm also able to use those funds a lot more quickly than I am waiting, the month and a half for YouTube stuff. But any donation helps. I don't care if it's $1. It is Spread Kindness Friday. Got a lot going on. But PayPal is MSM Podcast Network. Cash App is $ MSM Podcast Network. If you're able to do something, great. If not, I totally get it. I understand. Thank you for everything that you guys donate. Tailgreeter, big sponsor. They got a bowl game this afternoon. Or later on this evening, actually. The Tailgreeter Cure Bowl. I think it's at 6 p.m. I want to make sure I say this right. Tailgreeter Cure Bowl. 6 6 p.m. on ESPN. 6 p.m. on ESPN. The Northern Illinois Huskies take on the Coastal Carolina, I guess, Chancellors? Chanticleers? I don't know. But it's going to be a great bowl game. Make sure you guys get there in the beginning because Tailgreeter's got a lot of cool promotional stuff at the beginning of that bowl game. I think you'll see Nick at the beginning of the bowl game, which will be so cool. So make sure you guys are there for the Tailgreeter Cure Bowl. It's going to be awesome. ESPN, 6 p.m. tonight. Live from Orlando. It's going to be a great bowl game. So make sure you check it out. It's going to be good stuff on ESPN. Go to tailgreeter.com or download the app. Whatever you guys can do. It all helps. Okay. Let's see here. Prayers go out. I could hit double digits on the bop it, not to brag. I like it. Oh, man. Flipside Fishing, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday to you. I like it. Steven, what's up from Median? I think I said that right. What's up? I'm still learning to type fast. 1, 2, 3, 4 absents. Willie Duper Molina says, bro, at work, bro. Good show. I appreciate it. Alan M., I saw you hit me up on Facebook. Good morning, brother. I was in a rush, trying to get everything ready, so I appreciate it, man. Okay, what else? What else we got going on here? Oh, yes. Okay. Guys, there are 10 more slots left for this thing. Let's fill this up today. It's Spread Kindness Friday. Let's fill this thing up, but do it through Cash App or PayPal if you're able to. MSM Podcast Network, $25 per slot. A portion of all money raised will go towards TPP for the Dolphins Cancer Challenge. Frank Gore is first place. Second place is autographed Ricky Williams, 8x11 Heisman Trophy. After I get all the slots filled up, I'm going to go ahead and release the list. And then we'll do the digital raffle. My goal, I'd love to fill this thing up today on Spread Kindness Friday. So if you're able to donate through Cash App or PayPal, $25 per slot. I will add one extra slot for every person who donates through Cash App. So if you're able to donate through Cash App, I will add one extra pay slot. So if you donate $25 through Cash App, you'll get 2 slots. If you donate $50 through Cash App, you'll get 4 slots. And they won't go towards the final 10. I'll just add it to it, which will increase your odds of winning. Okay. So, let's do that. Let's go ahead and get that done. When you guys do it, put in the chat, hey man, I donated through Cash App. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4 up says, fill these slots up so I can win. I like it. Yeah. All right. I see y'all. Y'all want to talk about this, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. So last, by the way, welcome to the show, man. It's Spread Kindness Friday. Super excited to hang out with y'all. So the game last night was crazy. As you know, we need a lot of help to get into the playoffs. We don't need a lot of help. We need a little help, actually. I've been through like a million different scenarios on the playoff simulators, but there are teams we need to lose, right? So we needed the Chargers to lose last night. We need the Patriots actually to win this weekend against the Raiders, I think, right? Is it the Raiders or Colts? I think it's the Colts. I could be wrong. It could be Raiders. But yeah, so we need that. And then I think we need Cleveland to win, if I'm correct on those Saturday games. We could talk about that here in a second. But yeah, so I was excited to watch the game. I got home. We had just eaten dinner. And, I was ready for it, right? And so then I turn on the game. They run it back 60, 70 yards on the opening kickoff. And I'm like, okay, here we go. The very first pass or the second pass, whatever. Colts wide. Herbert throws to 81. He gets hurt. So he's down on the ground for a minute. And then the other thing that was crazy is the very next play, there's a throw in the back of the end zone to the tight end. I think it's Darnell Pelham Jr. I think is his name. I want to make sure I say his name right. Chargers. Donald Parham Jr. Okay. Donald Parham Jr. throws it to the back. I have two kids that are 5 and 7, or 6 and 7 now. And, I played football a lot growing up. I've had 11 concussions on record. 9 of them playing football from middle school and high school. True story. Okay. And, it's concussions are no joke, right? And football injuries are no joke. So anytime I see a player like get hurt on the field and is down for a long period of time, or I see a brutal hit, it just makes me think twice about, will I ever let my son play the game? And I love football. I don't think I'll ever let him play before high school. And even then, I'm going to have a difficult time if he wants to play contact football, right? Like it's insane. So you see him make this catch and it doesn't look like anything, or try to go for this catch, and his head hits the back of the ground. And I'm not a big fan of what Fox did last night. They zoned in. He's like this, laying on the side, knocked out. You can clearly see he's lifeless. He's not conscious. He's knocked out, and they zoomed right on his face. And it was scary. It was scary, man. It was one of the most brutal things I have ever seen on a football field personally, and it scared the crap out of me. Is really what it did. And so, I guess he was on the field for a good 10 or 15 minutes, if I'm correct. And they got him on the stretcher, and as he's getting off the stretcher, you see him do like shaking. And that it made me like, I ended up watching the whole game. Well, let me tell you, it made it not fun to watch for a little bit. Because it's like, who gives a care about this game? This guy, like, who knows what's going on with him, right? It was an ugly hit. It was an ugly hit to the back of his head. And it didn't look like anything. And it made me think about Dale Earnhardt when Dale Earnhardt died. Dale Earnhardt, I don't know how many NASCAR fans I have in here, but he's been in a million wrecks. And the wreck that he died in the Daytona 500 back in 2001 didn't look like that big of a wreck. He went into the wall. It didn't look like too much. And so you look at that hit last night, you're like, man, I've seen worse hits on a football field. But it was just, I think it was, the way that he hit the back of his head onto the field, it was ugly, man. It was ugly. And I usually like Joe Buck, but Joe Buck said something last night that was crazy. He goes, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to harp on or speculate on what the injury might be, but it is cold in the stadium, and that could be a reason that he was shivering. I had to just shake my head. I'm like, did Joe Buck really just say that? Did Joe Buck really just say that? But man, it was, I know a lot of people don't like Joe Buck. I do, because I'm a big sports announcer. I think he's done some amazing calls over the years, but when he said that last night, I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit. Like, really, dude? It's cold. You're in Southern California. It's 60 degrees, maybe. So, it was, 1, 2, 3, 4 F's said it's cold. I heard that idiot say that. I've seen people hit their head off the turf a ton. I did not expect that Caddyshack then. It was, man. It was just so weird, man. It was so weird. So anyways, the game goes on. And now let's talk about, and by the way, my prayers are out to Donald Parham Jr. What we know is he's in stable condition. He's at UCLA Medical Center. I don't think there's any other update that I'm aware of. My hope is that he's fine, that it was a really bad hit, that he's in concussion protocol maybe for the rest of the year. And by the rest of the regular season, right? Maybe 2 or 3 weeks he's out. But that's best case scenario. I really think it was a bad. We don't know what happened. I don't want to be Joe Buck. I'm not going to speculate on anything. I'm going to wait to see what the doctors say. I just know it was scary, and I hope the kid's okay. I'm going to root for him. It brought me back to Ryan Shazier. Ryan Shazier played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Got hit on, it didn't, again, another one that didn't seem that bad. And Ryan Shazier was, he couldn't walk for a few years. And a lot of people said he might never walk again, and he's walking now. He's definitely a football movie. 1, 2, 3, 4 up, Steven. You don't think he was cold? I couldn't, bro. I couldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4 ups. I couldn't with Joe Buck. But yeah. So, anyways, let's talk about the game. All right. So, first of all, I didn't know who the Chargers head coach was, Brandon Staley. Let me just say last night that Brandon Staley thought he was playing Madden, because that's the only explanation I have for him making the calls that he made last night, because they were atrocious. Horrible. How do you not kick field goals in those situations, especially when Patrick Mahomes isn't playing his best game in that first half? By the way, he balled out in the fourth quarter. You're inside the 5-yard line 3 times, and you turn the ball over on downs. Horrible. Just straight trash. Get the points. That's the problem. When you go for it that early in the game, coaches want it. Not all coaches, but bro, he wanted to chase the points. Stop chasing the points. Take the points that are given to you. Here you go. Here's 3 points. Take them. By the way, people weren't realizing the Chargers kicker, I think, had hit every field goal that so far from 40 to 49 yards. If they may have missed 1 or 2 the entire year. Staley has guts, but why was it horrible? It was versus Mahomes. They had to score 30 to win. That was an unlucky fumble that could have been 6. Bro, you take the points when they're given to you. If you take the points at halftime, you're up, I think it's 20 to 10, if I'm correct, at halftime. That's a totally different game than being up 14, I think it was 14-13, right? What was the score at halftime? Let me pull it up. Here we go. Yeah, so at halftime, it's 14 to 10. It's 14 to 10 Chargers. You easily could have been up 20 to 10 at halftime. And then you would have been up an additional 3. So it would have been 23 to 10. You would have been up going into the fourth quarter. That changes the entire situation. How you play the game, how your defense plays, everything about it. Staley thought he was... I can't believe some of y'all are saying you love his aggression. It was horrible. If that had been Flores, every Dolphins Twitter and Dolphins YouTubers and Dolphins media everywhere would have been crucifying him doing what Staley did last night. Crucifying him. He tried to play the analytics and was stupid about it. Here's the reality. The Chargers should have won the game last night. Patrick Mahomes in the fourth quarter alone had 2 touchdowns. I think it was 200 plus yards. Like Mahomes, here's a reality. You know how good Patrick Mahomes is? Here's a reality. Here's the reality. Patrick Mahomes is having the worst year of his career and is still a top 5 quarterback in the league. Hello. I'm just saying. He's having the worst year of his career and is still a top 5 quarterback in the league. And he had some horrible throws last night. Horrible. There is no reason the Chargers should have lost that game last night. I'm just saying. I'm being real with you. I'm keeping it 100. No reason. Analytics, my butt. I don't want to hear nothing about analytics. And I'm the guy that every now and again, I'm like, go for it on 4th down. Go for it. Take the chance there. I almost have no problem going for it in the first quarter on 4th down the first time. But after that, take the points. Take the points. Johnny Numbers, stop saying reality, son. The reality is, I'm making a shirt that says that. The reality is that Clock Blockers is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Hello. I'm just saying. Like, and let's talk about Herbert for a second. People are like, Herbert over Tua. Herbert, we should have had Herbert. Bro, I think Herbert's a good quarterback. I do. I'm not hating on the man. But I'll still take Tua over Herbert. I'm just saying. If you're down 10 or more, I go for it 50 or beyond. Other than I take the points. That run game was great. The run game, Kansas City could not stop the run game last night. And that was the thing that surprised me about some of the play calling from Joe Lombardi, who's the offensive coordinator for the Chargers. You run 11 plays, and then when you get into the red zone, you throw it. Why? Why? I don't get it. But, hey, man. They tried to pad Herbert's stats. They did. They did. They did. Level 2 Noob says, spread kindness Friday. Tua is the best of all the mediocre quarterbacks we've had since Marino. Am I doing this right? Being nice feels icky. You're too funny, Level 2 Noob. You all are too funny. Herbert is a good quarterback, but Tua is the Samoan sniper. Hello. Who cares if they had a great running game? They lost. That's right. Estefan says, Steven, you know you take Herbert in a heartbeat. Don't be a homer. I'm not. I did not. Let me tell you, all the way up until the fourth quarter, that was a horrible football game. And that includes Mahomes, okay? Mahomes included. That was a horrible football game to watch for 3 quarters. The play calling was bad. The only good thing about that was the Chargers' run game. That was it. But even they didn't stick with it the way they should have. The play calling was atrocious. I mean, all the way around. That was a horrible first 3 quarters. Like, if either one of those teams made the decisions, if the Dolphins made the decisions that either one of those teams made up until the fourth quarter, we would have been having a field day today if that was the Dolphins. Oh, Flores, how do you go for it 3 times and not get points? I can't believe that. How do you throw it when you've been running the ball downfield? I'm just saying. I don't know. I think it was very frustrating watching that game up until the end. The end was fun. The end was a lot of fun to watch. Fourth quarter and overtime was great. And it was pretty much because it was the Patrick Mahomes show. And watching him is fun. I enjoy watching that kid. There are 3 people in the NFL that I just truly enjoy watching that are not on the Miami Dolphins. 1, Patrick Mahomes. Love watching him play. 2, Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray's so fun to watch, right? And the third person that I really just enjoy watching, actually, I would probably say those 2. I don't know if there is a third person that I really just enjoy watching. I have to really think about that. I know people are going to say Aaron Rodgers, but no. I like watching excitement. And Mahomes and Kyler Murray are exciting, and they're good. They make smart decisions. They're methodical in what they do. I understand Mahomes is having the worst year of his career, but if he's having the worst year of his career and is still an MVP candidate and a top 5 quarterback in the league, guys, when he's hot, what do you think he is when he's good? Mahomes has been to 2 straight Super Bowls. He's been a league MVP. I said Mahomes, right? Not Tua. Tua will have that one day. God can only hope. I wish. Yeah, man, it's good. It's good to have, but to keep it Dolphin centric, we needed the Chargers to lose. The Chargers lose, great, awesome. But Staley, horrible play calling last night. I don't care. For those of you who said he was Mahomes played like crap and still threw for 400 yards. That's crazy. I'm telling you, man. Roadrunner, that's the truest. What did he say? Once I feel you, but a lot of people just can't keep it 100 these days. What are you talking about, Roadrunner? I'm interested to know what that comment was. I wish we could get reception RAC yards that the Chiefs had last night. You mean YAC? Yards after catch? Travis Kelce is easily top tight end in the league. Travis Kelce's a beast. And so is Tyreek Hill. And those are the only 2 reasons that they won that game last night. Besides Mahomes, obviously. But everybody else, like Pringle, wasn't making catches. By the way, I love to have the last name Pringle. And if I was a sports announcer and he made a catch, once you pop, the fun doesn't stop. Number 13, Pringle with the catch. And another touchdown by the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm telling you, that would have been my call if Pringle had done anything. You're going to see me doing play-by-play one day. I'm just saying. The reality is, I love you guys. You guys are the best fans in the world. Let's see here. What else? So that's basically what we needed last night. Great for that. All right. Now, let's talk about this COVID stuff. The COVID stuff is a little crazy. I'm going to have Daniel Oyefusi come on for about 5 or 10 minutes this morning to discuss it. He's going to come on at 9 o'clock, so he'll be on in the next 5 minutes. I'm very interested to kind of see how. So let's get something straight. Up until there's the new strain, Omicron. I can't say the name of it, right? And what I know about it, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I know and what I've read and what I've discussed with people, is that it is another strain of COVID, but it doesn't make you as sick. All right. The Omicron strain. it doesn't make you as sick, but neither here or there. COVID's the real thing, right? And if you look at what's going on, I think in the last week they've had over 200 plus players get test positive for COVID. Baker Mayfield, and then their backup last night got tested for positive. So their third string quarterback's going to have to start for the Cleveland Browns at the moment on Sunday. So there's a lot of things. And there are some people that think that should Goodell shut down the league? What should the NFLPA went to the league to say, hey, look, are we really talking about COVID right now? Keith, yeah, man, like it's playing a factor. We got to talk about it. I'm not talking whether you agree or disagree that it's real. I'm not whether you're talking about agree or disagree with the vaccination process. The reality is it is affecting the sport of the game. And I'm just coming at it from a purely football standpoint and a safety protocol measure. What is the right thing to do for the league, and how should they go about doing it? And it's very interesting. You know, we've had all of our running backs. I think we have 4 running backs that are on COVID-19 right now. Duke Johnson's scheduled to start. Jalen Waddle's on COVID-19 list. We're in, what is it called? COVID prevention protocol. It's the NFLPA went to the NFL, the Players Association, and said, hey, look, this is what we want to do. We have players that are asymptomatic, that are testing positive, and this is where we're at. How do we move past this? Because this is the strain of COVID that it is. And so, Ryan AP, you're right. We did sign Jordan Scarlett back to the practice squad yesterday. I don't know. We could get an announcement today or tonight about the games for Sunday. There's a rumor stating that the games could be moved. I hope that it's not the case. 1, 2, 3, 4 Epps. I've seen on Twitter that you said we should shut down the league for a week. I don't know if that's the case. I'm not saying that that's not the solution. I don't know what the solution is. There are people that are smarter than me that can make those decisions. But it's crazy the amount of positive tests, but I would say from what I am read, 95% of these positive COVID tests all are asymptomatic. So they don't have symptoms. So what do you do? I think it should be a judgment from the players' union. At the players' union, I think they should have votes at each team, right? And the vote should be, hey, if every team at 85% or more says that they're comfortable in playing, then we'll play. And if you don't want to play, you won't get fined. We won't take your paycheck. You know, you can stay back. I think that's how it should be played. Just off the top of my head. NHL's getting hit crazy hard too. You're right. The Florida Panthers look crazy right now. The people most likely to have the least serious reaction, if any, are young, healthy adults. Head down and drive forward. So many teams in the playoff hunt can't afford to lose this many players. You're not wrong. But I don't know if a shutdown is what we need to do. It's so hard for me, for Roger Goodell to come out and say, hey, look, we're going to shut it down for a week. Here's the thing. If that was the case, I don't know. I don't know if they would. If the NFL was serious about that, they wouldn't have played the game last night. they would have moved it. They would have moved it to Saturday or Sunday. They would have moved that game to Saturday or Sunday and said, hey, we need to talk about this a little bit more and figure out what we're going to do. They wouldn't have played the game last night. So I don't think that the the reaction here is going to be, we're going to shut down games. And they changed the entire policy, which is part of the reason I want Daniel to come on, because I'm not sure about the players that. So I guess the way that they do it, and please, I could be, correct me if I'm wrong, and I hope Daniel gets up here soon because I want to talk about this with him. Oh yeah, I might need to give him the link. That might help, right? Here we go. There we go, Daniel. There's the link. That might help. We'll bring him on. Once he gets on here, I'll say the statement that I just kind of said because I don't want to repeat myself for him or you guys. That push teams with 5+ players positive to a different day. Look, there's a million things you can do. Roadrunner says NBA got hit hard as well. My Bulls ain't playing any game. It's different when you play 2 or 3 games a week in the NBA. Cleveland has no quarterback. We have no running backs. It's stupid. I think the new protocols allow players to come back faster. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about. Because they have all these new protocols, and it'll be very interesting to see what they say on that section, right? Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback when Baker is playing, so no difference. Level 2 noob, smooth. I do like that. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not taking anything away from real life of what COVID is causing on the system, on the medical system, in hospitals or anything like that. I'm literally just trying to come at this from a sports view at the moment and say, hey, look, where do we go from here? John Kristalakis said they need to suspend games. Has anyone seen how many players the Cardinals has lost? Last year, the Broncos had no quarterbacks, and I think the wide receiver started the game last year. They did. I said that yesterday. All right, here we go. Let me bring on my man, Daniel. What's up, man? How are you?
Doing well. How about you?
Pretty good, man. I appreciate you coming on last minute, man, and talking with me about this whole situation because it's crazy, right?
Yeah, it is. I was even just bringing up like the little memo that the league sent out to some teams about the new testing protocols that we're going to get into, just so I can kind of be accurate when I'm trying to explain it, because it's pretty complicated stuff. You know, they really overhauled the protocol for return to play midweek, so we're all trying to figure out how that might affect everyone's games right now.
All right, man. Well, let's kind of get down to the brass tacks. So the Dolphins have 4 running backs. Our top 4 running backs are on COVID reserve. Duke Johnson slated to start the game. Jalen Waddle's on COVID list. And the way that it originally was is that a vaccinated player needed 2 negative tests in a 24-hour period.
At least 24 hours spread apart.
To do it. That was the old way.
Protocol, correct.
What is the new protocol?
Yeah, so I'm going to try to simplify it as much as possible. Essentially, you don't need that. Essentially, you don't need that now. There's a couple of different scenarios that allow you to return pretty much as soon as maybe 24 hours after you test positive. Essentially, the best way to explain it is that you can now return to team activities with a combination of 2 negative tests, at least 24 hours apart, or a combination of tests. So, for example, you can have one test that's technically positive, but they say it's called like a CT level, and it's essentially how much virus you have in you. And if the virus is at a certain level where they don't think that you're contagious, they'll allow you in. So let me just bring it up right now. Essentially, like, let's say somebody tests positive on Monday. So I guess what they're doing, and just for the record, I'm not exactly completely 100% sure when all these guys necessarily tested positive. Obviously, I think that Miles Gaskin and Savon Ahmed were like, they tested on Friday, it seems like, or Thursday, and it came back later that day and whatnot. But in terms of Holland or Waddle, I'm not completely sure. But in this scenario, let's say you test positive on Monday, so you do like the rapid test in the morning. It says you're positive. Then they'll give you the PCR test, which takes like 24 hours to come back, and I guess that's the more accurate one. And that one comes back as positive, so they're like, all right, they send you back home. So pretty much they start the clock on the next day, that's day one. If you were to get like a negative test or a test that's technically positive, but it shows that your viral load isn't to the point where you're contagious, okay, that's one of your tests. And then you could do the same test. You can do the same test the same day. So you could do 2 of those PCR tests. And if both of them come back saying that you're technically positive, but the viral load isn't to the point where you think you're going to spread it anymore, then you'd be able to come back on a Wednesday and get back into the facility. So again, it essentially just shrinks the timeline. So whereas some guys are essentially knocked out for 4 or 5 days if they catch this and test positive earlier in the week, there's a potential that if you're maybe later on in your infection period, and the virus kind of gets out of your system, quicker, you can test back in. Because again, it all depends really on when you test positive, and when they catch it. Because when you're actually exposed to the virus, the symptoms don't show up. It doesn't show up to the point where you're going to test positive for another like 3, 4, 5 days. So again, depending on when they caught it, there's potential that if the virus isn't as much in your system where they think it's going to spread, they'll let you back in.
Is it possible to see any of these guys who tested positive this week be back in time for the game on Sunday?
Again, it's really, really tough because, again, we don't know. Because, again, you have to be asymptomatic too. So you can't be showing symptoms. If you're showing symptoms, it doesn't even matter.
You're done for 10 days.
Well, if you're showing symptoms, and they won't consider you under this scenario. You have to be, along with being fully vaccinated and not having that viral load. You can't be like sneezing. You can't have all the fever and all that stuff. I mean, even from last week when Gaskin and Ahmed landed on the list, they must have tested positive on like Thursday or Friday. So I was thinking, definitely there's a possibility you can come back, especially like midweek. But they haven't been activated yet.
They haven't, and that's great. Like that's
it's been a week now.
And what I have heard, and you please correct me if I'm wrong, all these guys have been asymptomatic. Nobody's shown symptoms.
Well, I asked Flores. He said he doesn't want to get to that. Most players, they punted. They said, I'm not really sure. To be honest, they think that it's like this new variant, this Omicron variant, and they said that in most of these cases, these guys aren't showing symptoms
at all.
Yes, so it's very likely that they aren't showing symptoms, but they're testing positive right now. I don't know if Gaskin and Ahmed would be allowed to return. It's weird because they instituted it like midweek, so I'm not sure if Gaskin and Ahmed, because they tested positive last week, if they'd be
on the old protocol situation compared to the new one.
Exactly. I think they're still under the old protocols, which again, you would still think that under those protocols
they would be back in time.
But yeah, so it comes down to Saturday. You can't even with these new protocols, you have to test negative or show the decreased viral load by Saturday. They can't
by 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, because that's when you have to have the test back in by then to the point where the team can make the moves. If they don't make any moves by Saturday 4 p.m., then those guys aren't playing on Sunday. But again, these new protocols in place, they do open the chance that maybe Waddle, depending on when they caught him in the infection period, maybe he can come back. I would still put it as maybe doubtful, just because again we don't know, and this whole virus.
It's all up in the air. It's all up in the air, right?
Yeah.
So
I think right now it's fair to assume that none of these guys are going to play. If any of them do come off the list, then you just kind of take it as all right. That's extra.
Let's talk about last year a little bit compared to this year. So up until 2 weeks ago, I think everything was running very smoothly in the NFL.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then this new strain comes out. And now I think over the last 10 to 14 days, we've had over 200 positive tests in the NFL, if I'm correct. And, we're talking about like the Cleveland Browns are down to their third string quarterback because of this.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield, and then the backup, I can't think of his name.
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum, he tested positive. We are down to our fifth string running back. All four of our top four quarterbacks have done this. Is the NFL considering, hey, let's shut this thing down for a week and let's see if we can get this thing under control?
Yeah, I mean, well, we have to go back to, I guess, earlier in the offseason when we had the vaccinations out there. They were strongly encouraging players to get the vaccination, but they weren't mandating it. They were strongly incentivizing it. The NFLPA was doing that, and they were of the mindset that if we can get to a certain threshold of vaccination in the league with our players and our staff and coaches, and they are mandated to have the shot. There was the mindset that we shouldn't have to drastically change the schedule. They said that if there was any problems brought up by a team with a level of unvaccinated players, no, they would do a forfeit situation. But other than that, they said they would consider it if there was an outbreak of unvaccinated individuals. And as we've seen, that appears to be the case. Most of these cases, the majority of these cases are vaccinated guys who had breakthrough cases, as well as the same situation that we're seeing around across the country. I think that at this point, and by all reports leading up to today, there hasn't been the quote unquote discussions to change it, because they expanded the rosters. That's why we have the 16-man practice squads. So if we have situations where multiple guys are taken out because of the protocols, you can call up some guys. And I also think that with these new protocols, which will probably allow some of those guys on the Browns and the Rams and the Washington football team, and those teams are kind of been hit. Those three teams have hit the hardest. I think that these new protocols will allow some of these players to come back. And again, it's like if you could field 46 guys to play, they're going to play the games. They don't care if the Miami Dolphins' entire running back backfield is out. They don't care if they do care. I mean, they want a guy like Baker Mayfield to be out there, but they don't care if the top two quarterbacks are out, so long as we have enough guys to legitimately field a team. And it's a little. I mean, in terms of the broadcasting deals and the money involved and the advertisement and the sponsorship partners. I mean, it's too much to say we're going to shut it down. I mean, we talked about it last week where they said that their Week 18 scenario was like a break glass in case of emergency situation. They didn't have to come to that, so I don't think that they're really. They don't feel strongly incentivized to try to do that because they don't really have that system in place right now.
So let me ask you, from a health perspective and a safety standpoint, is the NFL at all let me not ask that question because that's not fair. You don't know. Nobody knows the answer to that. I would say, I guess my question to you is, what does the NFL do from a safety standpoint are they not going to allow fans maybe eventually to come to the game? Is that something that's being discussed? Do you know any of that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a fair point because a lot of people have been, when dealing with these asymptomatic cases, the up until this point where people maybe saw maybe more stringent protocols to return to play. I think a lot of people were kind of calling out the quote unquote hypocrisy, whether you see it as that way or not, of the NFL allowing fans to come back. And I mean, that was always going to be a state and a league-wide health thing. They even dating back to last year, they said this is on the states and the local health departments. If they feel like it's safe in your jurisdiction, they're going to allow it, but they're not going to mandate it.
And every league is dealing with this. NBA, NHL, they're all dealing with this. And I have said the NFL will not be first to do anything. The NFL will follow.
Well, they were first to change these protocols. I mean, I know that the NBA has been discussing. I mean, the NBA has been. There was a report.
Chicago Bulls have been playing with 8 players, or they haven't been playing for the last week.
I mean, there was some report yesterday that the NBA was considering allowing asymptomatic individuals who test positive to play, and I think that would be the most biggest change. I mean, there's some people that are saying that. Some people are saying that, hey, if NFL players test positive and they're not showing symptoms, throw them out there. And I don't want to get into a health debate, but I would say that I think the NFL's concern, as much as it is about the individual player health and safety, the health and safety of the individual player. It is also about making sure that you're not spreading this to somebody who may not be as healthy as you and may have a compromised immune system and whatnot. But I guess that may be besides the point, depending on how you see it. I think that they're also trying to the NFL is trying to kind of strike a balance because because I don't think that the NFL wants to just say, hey, if you, regardless of whether you test positive or not, just go out there and play. I don't think they want to do that. I think that they do recognize that this is like a developing situation. This is a new strain that's not affecting people as much, but it is more contagious. So that's why we see like 20 players on one team on the COVID list. So I think that they're trying to strike a balance that allows teams to have some wiggle room and allow guys who aren't going to spread it anymore to come back and play, while also recognizing the fact that if you are testing positive and you are a risk to spread it, you shouldn't be playing right now.
Cameron954, Cameron from East 32 Dolphins Tailgate wants me to ask you, do you think the NFL will mandate proof of vaccination for fan entry like they do in Vegas?
That's a good question. Again, I don't think that the NFL itself can do that because the NFL is the overseeing body of the 32 franchises. So that does
I feel like the NFL can say either no fans for anybody. Otherwise, it's up to the teams from a standpoint of, hey, this is what we're going to do.
Again, I don't think that the NFL wants to kind of strong arm their franchises, their individual franchises, because every situation is different. We know that this is affecting the entire country, but some cities might not be impacted as much as other cities. So again, I think that they might strongly incentivize franchises and owners to do that. The same way that they're strongly incentivizing teams to encourage their players to get the booster. I think they see something like that. But we don't know where the situation is going to take us in a week from now, a month from now, 2 months from now, the rest of the regular season into the playoffs. So anything could change. I mean, I personally didn't even think that they were going to change the protocols midweek. I mean,
I was very surprised that they changed it.
Yeah, we had a game yesterday, and 2 hours before the game was played, they changed protocols. So I was shocked by that. So anything can happen, but again,
and here's why I don't think the NFL is going to shut down. I feel like if that was something that was being discussed within the top brass of the NFL, they would have postponed Thursday's game to Saturday so that they could have 2 days to really discuss what they want to do.
Exactly. I really don't see that. I mean, they instituted like the new protocols and the kind of enhanced protocols in terms of the mask wearing and the limits on gatherings. They implemented that essentially saying like effective immediately and through the conclusion of the Week 15 games. And they essentially added like a little sentence in the memo that was like, all of this is subject to change, depending on how the situation develops. We could go back to old protocols. We could have more stringent protocols. We could not change anything. So again, I think that they're taking it really day by day and trying to see how the situation develops.
Let me talk to you about a football perspective question. How is this affecting the playoff race? Last year Denver had their wide receiver play quarterback, if I'm correct. Had to start at quarterback. This year it's from a standpoint of the Dolphins are down to their 5th string running back. Cleveland is playing a 3rd string quarterback. Both of these teams are in the 22 teams in the NFL are within 1 game of the playoffs.
Yeah.
This is affecting everything. I really think decisions about teams making the playoffs are going to be impacted by the decisions of this COVID protocol. Just what are your thoughts on that? And from a Dolphins standpoint, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that, dating back, I mean, we knew last year that COVID was going to impact it. I mean, if you look back at, remember the Ravens game, and they had to play without, they had to play with 16 guys on the COVID list on a thrice postponed game. And, they lost that game by 5 points. They have Lamar Jackson and some of the other guys. I mean, I know that a lot of people in Baltimore are saying we win that game and maybe our playoff route is a little different. But yeah, I mean, I think that there was still an understanding that that COVID was gonna impact teams from I think that there was an understanding that COVID was still around and it might have impacted a player here and there, but I don't think anybody foresaw, this variant that was going to wipe out like a third of rosters, this late in the season. And it's one of those things where, it might not be fair, but, life isn't fair. And that's just how it is. We're going to talk to Brian Flores in about an hour or so. And I already know, we're going to ask him about what's been going on the past week, and he's not going to make any excuses. He's going to say, hey, we still got a game to play. We still got guys to suit up, so we got to go out there and win. Wow. In terms of the Dolphins, yeah, I mean, when their top 3 running backs landed on the COVID list, I was still of the mindset that they could still beat the Jets even without, Ahmed, Gaskin, and Lindsey. Obviously, right now, it looks like Duke Johnson's going to be the lead back. He's a veteran. I think that he can be serviceable and get the job done in one game. Waddle is the real, and Waddle and Holland particularly are the real big losses, because Waddle is really, he's kind of the engine of this offense. He leads them in all the major receiving categories. So if he's not in there, obviously you're glad you have Devontae Parker back and Mike Gesicki. You have guys like Albert Wilson and Mac Hollins and Preston Williams who have played, but none of those guys are Jalen Waddle. None of those guys have the chemistry with Tua that Waddle has. And again, Holland, everything that he's done at safety, I think that's going to be a big loss. But again, I think that on defense it doesn't change much. I think this is a game that they can still win. I remember recording my podcast on Tuesday night, and I said that the Dolphins were going to win, and my guest said, barring any COVID issues. And at that time, I didn't think that there was going to be any additional players on the list, because they went 2 days without anybody on the COVID list. But again, with this virus, you just don't know when it's going to happen.
You don't know. And that's scary, because we could get something today or we could get something tomorrow. God forbid.
You don't know, or even Sunday morning. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I think that they're doing daily testing now. That's what it sounds like. So if you take a test on Saturday and it comes up later in that day, or you retest and something pops up Sunday morning, there could be a situation where you have guys.
And they're in prevention protocol, right? Like they're not doing anything together except walkthroughs.
Well, yeah. So the Dolphins voluntarily entered kind of the enhanced protocols, which, like you said, includes doing virtual team meetings, on Zoom or whatever. And then later on, the NFL kind of came down and said everyone is in kind of those enhanced protocols. So again, like you can't sit together for meals anymore. You have to have your meetings either virtually or outside. Limitations on gatherings in and out of the facilities. They're not allowing guests anymore to come to travel on the road and stuff like that. So again, we're kind of back to the old 2020 rules in terms of COVID protocols.
Look, man, last question. Did you watch a football game last night?
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta be completely honest. I was not feeling well yesterday. It's not COVID. I'm feeling better, but I just kind of had the sniffles. So I was in and out of sleep in that game. So I didn't catch the end of it.
Can't even ask you the questions I want to ask.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I was trying to stay up and watch it again because I like that, especially in the AFC game like that, because the Chargers are.
It was crazy. And yeah. There were I don't even want to get into it, which
I'm sorry.
It was insane.
I wasn't feeling good, so I was under the weather. That's why I'm up so early, because I was knocked out since 10 o'clock. So
all right, well, Daniel, thank you so much for coming on last minute. You can find Daniel Oyefusi on Miami Herald. You can also follow him on his Twitter, or because you're on Twitter, man. I like your Twitter. Your Twitter's good stuff. You're starting to step up your Twitter game, I admit.
I'm starting to step it up. I don't even know. I'm just doing my thing, man.
I'm just calling what it is, my guy. I'm just saying. Hey, every Tuesday, right here on Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. You can see this, man. Dude, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course, anytime, man. Take it easy.
Yep, you too. Bye-bye. Yes, I love it. That's what we do here on Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Big shout out to Pete with the $10 donation. I blame the bye week for this COVID outbreak. These guys rode that win streak and went out to every party and club possible. They enjoying that streak more than the fans. I'm just saying. Daniel's great, man. I enjoy Daniel. I'm so glad that I was able to partner up with him at the beginning of the season and do that. It's so cool to have somebody like that do that. Hey, look, you guys heard it. I think we're all we're up in the air with this thing. We're gonna deal with this as it comes together. That's where we're at. That's what we're gonna do. I do want to hit the reset button before I open up the line. And Cameron's going to come on for a few minutes, and then I'm going to open up the panel for you guys and ladies that are up here. This is Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. We are live each weekday starting at 8 a.m. or a little after 8 a.m., depending if I wake up early or not. That's the reality of it. But I am super excited you guys are hanging out with me this morning. It's a lot of fun. I do want to remind you, if you have not done so already, hit that like button, share this link, share, let people know that we're here. Need to get more people up here. If you guys want to get some sweet DWA gear merchandise, in the description below, you will see a link that will take you to the Miami Sports Music Shop. You get some cool DWA gear, some fresh DWA gear. So make sure you go check that out. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's all Solo D stuff. But make sure you guys go check it out. It's really good stuff. Also, Tailgreeter, 6 p.m. tonight is having their bowl game. Make sure you go check out our sponsor, Tailgreeter's Bowl on ESPN, the Tailgreeter Cure Bowl. I think it's, who is it? It is Northern Illinois Husky at the Coastal Carolina Chancellors. Sealers. I don't know how to say their name. I just know it's Coastal Carolina, and Tyler Thigpen used to play there. That's about all I know. Yeah, man. So I like it. NorCal Dolphin says, great interview with Daniel. That's what I do, NorCal. That's what I do. Shout out to NorCal Dolphin over there, the NFL Fan of the Year for the Miami Dolphins. Love that guy. The Godfather. That got you come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and you ask for forgiveness. By the way, I see y'all in the chat talking about my beanie today. Okay? Y'all, I hope y'all not hating, because I know I look good. I'm just saying I look good. Yeah, y'all, you can talk about me. Don't hate. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, make sure you guys come hang out. It's good stuff. I will fly down tomorrow morning. I will be at the tailgate, East 32 Dolphins tailgate on Sunday. We're going to have a good time. Dolphins Jets game. Also, hey, there's 10 slots left. Miami Sports Music Podcast Network raffle. We got the Frank Gore autograph jersey and the Ricky Williams 8x11. It's Spread Kindness Friday. Let's spread some kindness. If you donate through Cash App or PayPal, those are the preferred ways of donating to get your slot in. You put you however much, it's $25 per slot, and you say MSM Podcast Network raffle donation or whatever, and do it through Cash App, which is $ MSM Podcast Network, or PayPal MSM Podcast Network. If you take a screenshot, you have the QR codes here. You can use them. But if you donate on PayPal or Cash App, let me know in the chat, because we got 10 slots left, and I want to make sure I get those filled up by the end of today. Steven, 50-50, my idea, a beanie that plays the Tua song. Oh my God, we're rich. I like it. Estevan says, I want that beanie. Go, hey, click on the link below and buy up there, man. They're there. They are there. You can get your beanie today. All right. I think that's it. Let me open up the chat lines for y'all. Y'all come on. Y'all hang out with me. We're gonna have a good time this morning. I know some people think that the panel can be crazy, but I haven't opened up the panel in a day and a half. So this is for y'all. Do a Terminator t-shirt, but call it the Tuminator. Tuminator. I'll be back. The Samoan sniper. No. I don't care. All right. Hey, look, this is Miami Sports Music's #1 morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I'm your host, Stephen D, and I'm having a good time hanging out with y'all. So come on up. I put the link in the chat here. You guys can hang out with me. My head itches seeing Stephen wear that hat, Trucker Sean said. I like it. All right, let me bring on 3 gentlemen here. Estefan, Alexander Renee Diaz, and 1, 2, 3. What?
Good morning.
Must be Alex's mic.
I know, Alex, man, you're killing me.
Sorry, my son in the background playing around, screaming.
Tell
Good
your
morning,
son
everybody.
that
How's everybody doing?
You're on the #1 Miami fan morning show, and he can't be screaming and running around.
And tell him he's trying to tell everybody his B-Flow hate, man. He can't have any background noise.
Alex, you really got to start that right now?
I love it. Alec Jeffrey said donated the raffle $50. Shout out to Alec Jeffrey with $50 donation. So there's 2. So 8 more slots left, ladies and gentlemen, to fill up. Let's go with that. Definitely want to make sure you guys get up there. All right. Who else is up here? Estefan. What's up, Estefan? Estefan, you're not going to talk? You're not going to take yourself off
He's
mute?
probably like, oh, I'm not ready yet.
All right. Well, you know who is ready?
Hey, the Spurs are terrible. Estefan.
See, swear jar. That counts as a $5 swear jar for you, Estefan. Estefan's working. I like
Est is a beast. I love him. He's driving and he's over there doing his thing. Esther, go, baby.
Hey, how do you like my profile picture?
I love it, Esther. I love it.
Juck the Fets. I like it.
Those are double
like
D's,
it.
I think.
Hey, that's not a swear jar. I got you on the swear jar, man. Promise.
Oh, all right. Let me bring on
sometime before the end of the year.
Sometime before the end of the year. I see how you are, Estefan. It's payday. It's Spread Kindness Friday. Let's go.
Hey, bro. If I get stopped, I got you.
Hey, Cameron. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, what's going on? Good morning.
Good morning, Cameron. Good morning.
Good morning, Cam.
How you doing, man?
Cam, you the man.
Always
What's up? What's up, man?
How you doing?
Flying around with 1,000 miles an hour with my hair on fire this morning.
I know, Cameron. Man. You're doing the most. Good thing I wasn't there today. You would have to be at Dirty Sportswear with me.
I would have been there.
Just saying, man.
Let me ask you this, Cameron. Have you heard anything about the fans or anything about any kind of stipulations going to the game?
No, and you know what? That's why I asked Steven to ask the question this morning. You know, it just hypocritical and curious to me, but you know, it is what it is at this point. And Florida being Florida, you know, like
they're their own set of rules. They have their own set of rules.
Right.
Yeah, like it's crazy down
there.
Yeah,
the rules called I don't give a damn.
I saw you asked him about that, so I started thinking maybe Cameron heard something rumor wise. I didn't know.
No, you know, and when you go to the games in the stadium, they encourage you to wear the mask. They got people, you know, just asking you to be mindful of others. They have all the signage up, you know, to try to stay away from each other. But there's 63,000 whatever people in that stadium. It's kind of hard to do.
Let me tell you, that is not happening. People are hugging and kissing babies when the Dolphins score.
But you want to know what's crazy though about the whole thing is that I don't think there's been one case from a fan that's caught COVID since they've allowed the fans back in.
Well, I don't think that we know that, right? Like, I don't think that we know that.
Yeah, we don't know. Fans don't report back and say, hey, I caught COVID at the game.
And listen, like, you know, I've been hosting these tailgates all season, you know, 400, 450 people at our tailgates. And there's folks with masks on. There's people being mindful, but there's others, you know, that they're enjoying the game, enjoying themselves and doing the dizzy bat, the whole 9 yards. You know, it's business as usual. So I think just like everybody else in society, you try to govern yourself accordingly, right?
Right.
You guys are bulletproof because y'all got alcohol in y'all system.
You drink
enough to the hospital, and she told me to get.
You drink enough tequila and Fireball, you COVID free.
I never.
Bro, it ain't gonna touch you, bro. I don't think COVID likes alcohol.
I don't know about the vaccination, but my girl works at the hospital. She's a registered nurse. She told me to get vaccinated, and I didn't. And what happened? I ended up in the hospital. So.
Hey man, look, I tell people all the time, like, look, you know, whatever your preference is, just respect other people's preferences. But what I will say from a standpoint of just what's going on with the league, it's very interesting to see how this is all going to play out over the next 4 weeks. Because it's going to have a big impact on the playoffs. It's going to have
even
a big
the big
impact.
COVID Dr. Fauci, he accidentally said this variant's soft. Basically, he said that it's not really that serious. This particular variant.
It doesn't put people like in the hospital. It's not making people.
It's not putting people on ventilator.
You know, the CDC was put out a report yesterday, and I don't want to get too deep into this because we're here to talk football and Dolphins, right? But you know, if you have the vaccination and you get COVID, the Omicron variation, you know, you could get sick, but with milder symptoms. It's those who aren't vaccinated that is hitting the hardest, and you're seeing end up in ICU and such. So,
right,
you know,
right. Well, that's what my girl says. She said everybody that ends up on a ventilator is mostly not vaccinated.
Correct.
All right, let me bring in a couple of other people. D1, what's up, D1?
What's up, D1?
Top
of the morning to everybody.
He ain't hit me up. Hey, D1, how come you ain't hit me up for a Madden game after you saw my gameplay? You know I ain't no
Oh
pushover.
man,
That's why he
hey,
don't
D1,
want that smoke from me.
D1,
boy.
he said you're running from that smoke, D1.
Man, he barely on the game. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, just because I don't play this year, but you know I ain't no. Hey, you know I ain't no.
Whenever you ready,
I
you'll
need to
get
get
the
some
word.
other people on that Madden, man.
D1,
Does
you
any-
know I ain't no.
Who
D1,
plays
you
Madden?
know I ain't
Hey,
no
I
Pete,
started a Dolphins party chat on the PlayStation. Like whatever y'all PSN,
Yeah,
I'll add
you
y'all
know
to
I
it.
ain't no. You know I ain't no Pete.
You ain't no
putting
Pete.
You ain't putting no 50 on me, bro.
I love it. I love it. Hey, let me bring.
I kill all of y'all. Joe Montana football, Sega Genesis.
Wow, you went there.
Yeah, that was dope.
Wow, you went there.
I'd sell it on eBay.
I'm here for the Herbert talk, just in case y'all want to talk about it.
I still think Herbert's better than Tua. That's going to be my.
Who said
that's
that?
cool. I want to
1,
discuss
2,
the
3,
game.
4
I
F
want
said that.
Whoa. I
He
still
is
think
better than Tua.
I still
He's
think
not.
Tua. I believe Tua can be great. I believe Tua's going to need time. I believe Tua's going to need pieces around him. But at this
that's
juncture,
nobody. I'm not saying. I didn't say
at-
anything about Herbert. Tua being better than Herbert. I didn't say nothing. Why
I
do
thought you were
people
saying
always go to that when I
because
say
you
let's
said
have
you were
some
ready for
Herbert
the
talk?
Herbert talk. What talk you ready
Yeah,
for?
so we're not going to talk about how he, I hope the dude has a speedy recovery. We're not going to talk about how his horrible ball placement caused that injury.
That guy was that was.
We're not going to talk about that.
Injury, man.
Hey, D1, I talked about that all this
That
morning.
was a dart, dude. That was a dart.
Here's what I think about Herbert. Here's what I think about Herbert. I think that Herbert benefits from having Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler,
Okay, I guess
and a great line.
shoulder pass.
But
that's the only reason why he's as good as he is.
That throw did not need to be thrown. It didn't need to be a dart. It didn't need to be led that far. It was the dude was wide open. It didn't need to be as high as it was. It didn't need to be led as far as it was because he had to go full extension for it. But yet I hear Tua get scrutinized for a 62-yard touchdown. Where's that for Herbert? Keep that same energy. That's all I want.
Hey, Cameron, what are your thoughts about that last night? Did you watch the beginning of the game? Did you see the injury in the beginning?
Yeah, that was horrific, man. I felt really bad for that kid.
It was gut wrenching. Like it made me queasy watching it.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw that. I almost.
Hey, hold up. Go ahead, Cameron.
No, it was just sad, man. And you hope that he's in stable condition as of last night. So you hope he comes out of it and there's no long-term injury there. But man, it was rough watching him, like catatonic like that.
He may never play football again, but hopefully he has his health.
I don't want to speculate on anything.
I don't know about that. It could be a concussion. Sometimes concussions can cause
Hey,
because he was shaking when they was.
There are no.
It was cold out. You heard Joe?
Like I couldn't believe Joe Buck said that. Like I was.
Yeah, I can't believe he said that. That was very insensitive.
I like
Joe Buck,
but man,
Joe Buck, in my opinion. Joe Buck, in my opinion, has got to be the worst. You got to be the worst announcers
Let's not
ever.
talk about Joe. Let's not talk about Joe.
I didn't watch the game, yo. So I don't know.
Let's talk about Herbert's interception from running the RPO. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about his interception about that. Let's not get off that.
Hey, let's talk about how Herbert's 9-12 as a starter and 2 is 10-7.
Hold on. Let's talk about how Herbert is second in the league in batted down passes. But he's 6'6" though. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
how Herbert is the greatest, right?
Let's talk about how he was 3 and 5 in fourth down situations last night, and who's number 1 in the league in fourth down.
Let's talk about him going 0-4 in the red zone last night.
Y'all do know that he has a win in KC, right? Y'all do know he threw a freaking like 46, 49-yard bomb for a TD last week. Man, I didn't see the game, but one game does not define who that guy is. That guy is an amazing quarterback. You got to give him credit for what he's done. So right now, I still take that dude over Tua.
Hey, guys, one at a time this morning.
Let me say something to
deal with
D1
the
because
talk.
And I want to say something about the concussion real quick.
Y'all off. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to say something real quick. Hey, Steven, so there was a concussion, right? And you said it was kind of brutal. I didn't see it, man. I went to bed. That's what I'm saying. I can't relate to half the stuff you guys are going to talk about. But so he was out cold. Like was it like Conor McGregor when he got knocked out by
see, I'm putting you on mute. I can't with you
right now. All right, okay. Let's not listen to him. Let me talk to D1 real quick because I want to let D1 know something. I still believe
I got people in the back room, so
I still believe Tua is great. I still believe he's our franchise quarterback. I still believe he needs pieces and he's going to do great. But at this juncture of all junctures, I believe Herbert has a little bit of an edge on Tua.
But I'm not asking for Ed, I know where you're feeling with Tua. I'm not asking for anything. I am only keeping that same energy y'all do for Tua. Why we ain't keeping the same energy? I literally saw TD. Hold on. I literally saw TD break down freaking all 22 of Herbert, right? Praising him. I want to see TD do the all 22 of last night.
TD's also sarcastic. Oh, we don't need Waddle. We don't need this. Oh, we have Tua. He's being sarcastic.
No, he's not being sarcastic. He's just setting. Do you know what TD does? He just setting it up.
I know what he does. He's setting it up so he's right no matter what. He's right no matter what.
Exactly. That's what he does.
All right, you two, chill, calm down. Let me bring on some. Let me hold on. Take a chill pill. God, it's like being a kindergarten teacher in here. Like, y'all, shush, put your hands on your lips.
Somehow the two hands back like kindergartners. I'm sorry. I'm a max the same energy.
Best friends, man. Me and D1 are best friends.
God. All right. Let me bring on two other people here. EM Dolphin and Pete.
What's up, guys?
What's going on,
man? Steven, if you thought it was kindergarten, right now I'm about to take it to pre-K and daycare.
Get this
What did I just say?
Oh my God!
It's about to go off the
morning,
rails.
everybody.
Hey, if you don't like panel talk, you might as well change the channel now because it's about to get real up in here.
It's about to get real.
I'm spreading kindness. I'm spreading kindness today.
Hey, I just got something to say about Herbert. I have something to say about Herbert. Guys, here's the thing, okay? Herbert, like I told you, he benefits from having those weapons around him. You put Tua on that Charger team, he's going to light it up, okay? But with Tua, there were limitations coming out of college with Tua compared to Herbert. Tua had the hip injury. He had the ankle, I think the ankle problem as well. Herbert barely even injuries coming out of college at all. And he had all year, the final year of his college career, but there are going to be limitations between the two, so you can't compare it.
Yeah, that's my
point. It's not about comparing. It's about looking at what is being put forth on film. On film, Herbert makes the hard pass look easy and the easy pass look hard.
Right.
That's like
D1, homie. I got nothing but love for you, bro. But you need to take that homer hat off this morning, bro. Y'all need to stop.
What homer pill am I taking?
Hang on.
Let EM Dolphin fan talk. Let
EM talk, please.
Listen. I love Tua Tagovailoa just like the next person, bro. But at this point, at this stage, to give it the sample size that we've been given, they've been in the league, bro, it's not even close. Y'all need to stop. This man has rewrote history.
I'm not saying Tua is better than Herbert.
Let me finish. This man has rewrote history yet again. 2 seasons. He has had the first player in history to have back-to-back, in the first 2 years, back-to-back 30-plus touchdown seasons, bro. Y'all need to stop. There's no comparison physically. There is no comparison between the two physically, bro. And at this stage, from a mental standpoint, Herbert is so far ahead of Tua, bro, it ain't even funny. It's not even funny, bro. And I had this conversation with Reason the other day.
How come I find it funny, Ian?
Hang on. In Reason, this is coming from Reason's mouth now. He said it's only 2 quarterbacks that came out the last 2 to 3 years that he would even take over Tua. And one of those guys, it was 2 quarterbacks, and one of those guys was Justin Herbert. So y'all need to stop. Listen, at this stage, we're not saying Tua can't be great. But as of right now, It's not close, bro.
Hold on, Alexander. Cameron, I see you shaking.
No. There's a reason why we're sitting behind the mics, and there's a people getting paid to make these decisions, man. Like it's this talk, and especially because Tua is, like 17, 18 games in. He's essentially a rookie quarterback. Herbert's in his third year, like comparing apples and oranges right now.
No, it's not.
Listen,
no, it's not. I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, today's spread.
Them home hats off, bro.
The jury's still out on Justin Herbert.
The
jury's still out on Justin Herbert.
Today,
the jury's still out on him.
The jury hadn't even been convened with Tua yet, so y'all need to stop, bro. Y'all need to stop.
First of all, hold on.
Here's the thing.
First of all, I'm not making comparisons.
We just need to accept
I'm
that
not
Tua's
making
getting better,
comparisons to
but that's all
Tua.
it's at right now.
At this point in time, Herbert is clearly the better player.
He's not even got a better record.
Bro, you want what's that?
He doesn't even have a better record.
Bro,
as a starter.
Man, stop.
Tell him again, Cameron.
Last I checked, Tua has more quality wins than Justin Herbert.
Man,
last I checked, that Tua has more quality wins than Justin Herbert. You can have a guy, you can have a quarterback put up so many stats.
I'm sorry, Steven. I'm sorry.
You can have a quarterback put up so many stats. Doesn't mean he's going to.
Cameron, you need to take that Homer hat off, bro. Because you need to take that Homer hat off.
Everybody.
Thank you, God, because these dudes have sounded ridiculous the past week, including Steve, including D1 for the past 3 weeks, including Alexander. I'm sorry. Facts.
When y'all sit here, when y'all sit up here day after day showing your casual nature relative to this game, because you want to stay in your feelings about Tua, like listen.
And go be a Charger fan.
Y'all want to sit here, bro. Listen. Y'all make
so saying Herbert's flaws means you're being a homer. Saying that he has flaws means you're being a homer.
No. When you sit here, when y'all sit here and y'all try to, when y'all are up here every day making these comparisons, talking about Tua's better. He's better this way, he's better that way.
Up here making comparisons.
And y'all need to stop.
Who said Tua is better? Ian, who said Tua is better?
Y'all make this sound like
You planted the seed.
Stop, man.
Herbert's
Who said Tua is better? When? Who? Name names. Who said that?
Y'all sit up here every day. Y'all sit up here every day and try to make that argument and try to defend him
y'all
in
every
some
day?
way.
Because I've never said that Tua is better than Herbert. So it's not me.
Stop that, D1. I done heard that come out of your mouth too. Stop. I don't hear that. Maybe not this morning, but I've heard that come out of your mouth too. Stop.
Not apps.
That's ridiculous, man. Come on.
I know for a fact that's nothing came out of my mouth.
You put Tua behind that O-line in LA, he will light it up.
Hold on.
You put Herbert behind in this.
It's ridiculous.
Boss, you want to get rid of beef flow? How can you?
It's ridiculous.
Everybody chill.
It's ridiculous.
Everybody chill.
Ridiculous.
Everybody chill for a second. Whew.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Hey,
man.
Put yourself back on mute. You're on mute. God, it is. I love y'all. I do. It is Spread Kindness Friday. I don't see the kindness. Let me bring on Todd and Russell. What's up, Todd and Russell? Yeah, I'm leaving everybody else on mute.
Good morning,
I
guys.
can't with them.
EM.
Oh my
They're
God,
all in timeout. They're all in timeout.
Hey, EM.
Yeah, what's up, Todd? What's up, man?
You know, I agree about Herbert being ahead. But here's the thing. Everybody gives the defense credit to his record, right?
No, I don't. Not this year. No,
I'm saying you hear that out there a lot, right?
Right.
Well, you got to give the weapons credit for what Herbert's doing, too.
Okay? Nobody said that.
Okay.
But
no, I know. I'm not saying you in particular.
So, Ian, what are you going off about this, Ian?
Let me clarify why I am saying what I see on film. Okay, on a week-to-week basis, why he is so far ahead to this point. Right now, please, somebody got feedback in the background.
That's
please.
D1.
Okay, right now, I want to specify right now, Tua is a scheme-specific player. Hang on, let me finish. Can I finish, please? Tua is a scheme-specific player. he cannot consistently read all three levels of the field. And and I get the issues we have with the O-line, but I'm talking about specifically when Tua is given time, he is not consistently reading all three levels. That's a fact. That's come out of his mouth. But with Herbert, Herbert is more clean mechanically, and we all know how this kid on every single snap, bro, all three levels of the field. It's a possibility this kid can make a big play because number one, I can't even talk for him. I'm so damn upset right now.
So why does he not have a high completion percentage, EM?
Hang on.
How come he gets his balls batted down, EM?
Hang on. Herbert consistently reads all three levels of the field. He's in a pro-style offense. You even see, you even saw he's scheme diverse. You can put him in any format, bro, and he can have success in it. Tua hasn't proven that yet. He's scheme specific right now.
I literally saw him do 3 RPO plays and got an interception.
Hang on. And until Tua proves he can be successful in another format, Tua is not going to be a franchise quarterback, and that's just a fact. And them come from these.
Stephen, may I speak on this topic? Because I got to get back to work.
I had to mute EM for a second. All right, good. I'm gonna let Todd go and then Russell go. Todd and Russell.
Hey, let me just say one last thing before I let Russ go, and that is when Herbert went up against two good defenses, which was Miami and New England. What happened? He can run more schemes, and I also
we didn't play San Diego this year.
You got to put that on coaching. No, I'm saying last year when we had him last year and he played New England.
Yeah. Herbert's progressive.
Yeah, but you also have to look at. Hey, hold up. He got undressed by New England. Tua still beat New England last year.
Bill Belichick's the best defensive-minded coach.
It happens, bro. It happens.
And Tua beat New England.
Okay. So
Herbert looked amazing.
So
hold on. Let Russell go. Russell go.
I'm just going to make this debate very simplified for everyone. There are things that Tua is better at, and then there are things that they have different play styles. They really cannot be compared. So I'm not comparing the two. I'm saying Herbert is good or better in certain areas than what Tua is, but there are areas that Tua is better than Herbert. And
I really would like to know what that is. I really would like to, at this stage, I really would like to know what that is.
Pocket presence for starters.
Stop! Oh my God, stop it!
Let him answer the question, Ian. Let him answer the question.
Russell, let me respond to Russell.
That's plenty.
Russell, you got bad feedback too, just so you know, on your mic.
Russell, those areas that you're talking about, Herbert's areas are valued more in this league than what Tua's are right now. And obviously it shows because he was on the trade block. Now, I understand where it's at with Tua for me is just the fact that he's getting better, y'all. I'm not saying the guy sucks, but it's a fact, man. Tua's not better than Herbert. Herbert did good last year against the Bucs, and the Bucs went to the Super Bowl. That was a damn good defense he played against. I give them credit for the things that they've done, and I'm not going to give them credit for things that they haven't done. That's where I'm at. I think, and I get EM because when D1 gets up here half the time, and Steven, you guys praise Tua all day long.
Rightfully
all
so.
day long, and it does sound like you guys are homers. Especially D1. He says D1's running a channel where it's supposed to be, he says, Dolphin-centric. While you hear him talk about is Tua and other quarterbacks. And I believe the first time that you had – hold on, bro. Let me finish, Steven. Are you going to give him the floor? You're just going to cut me off before I finish?
I didn't. Go ahead.
All right, well, he can hold on. He talks all the time. Well, the first time that you had Wildin' Out Wednesday, the first thing this dude came out of his mouth was he was talking about Herbert, bro. Do we forget about that? That's the first thing he said that came out of his mouth. He wanted to debate. He wanted to debate over Herbert, bro. So exactly. I can see exactly where Ian's coming from. You guys just don't realize that you got the homer hat on, and we're just trying to help you guys out, man. That's it.
I have a question. I have a question, and this is for EM and Estefan. All right. My question is, what is the difference between being critical and being a homer? Because they can sound very similar.
No, because see, when and it goes back to last year when
Answer the question first. What's the
hang
difference
on,
between
I am. It to me, having a homer is when being a homer is that okay. First off, when you ignore all the most important aspect of an evaluation, which is the film, right? It's one thing to be critical and say, okay, in all fairness to Russell, he did say, okay, I think he's wrong in what he said, but I can accept that more as opposed to the fan that just sits up here and ignores all the film, ignores all the analytics, ignores everything just because of their admiration and love for Tua. That's a homer, bro. That is a homer. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Esteban.
What's the difference? What's your difference between being a homer and being critical?
Well, I would add to what EM said as correct, but for me, it's what I said earlier. I only give them credit for what they're doing, and I cannot give them credit for the things that they're not doing. And the film is a big part of it. And I'm sorry, but when you look at the things that Herbert's doing, the way he will use that cannon arm and some of the throws that this guy makes off platform is ridiculous. And the fact that this dude even, we don't even talk about.
Let me
physical ability as far as him using his legs. Like the guys you have to give them credit for the things that they do.
Hold on, Estefan. Why can't both of them just be good? Why do we have to put one down to raise another up?
Steven, that's my point. I've been arguing that. If y'all remember, I'm the first one that got out ahead of this foolishness last year on multiple platforms. When people of our fan base, they would try to take away what Herbert was doing, what Herbert achieved last year, to try to prop up Tua, bro. And it's ridiculous. And it's no comparison. There's no comparison right now. None.
I hear what you're saying, but here's the thing. The reason why people are all up in arms about that is because people were thinking that we got the wrong quarterback, and then
at this point, we got the wrong guy. Herbert should have been the
I don't understand. I don't understand this basuda with this Herbert and Tua talk. It's going to point blank go down to one thing only. Would Justin Herbert succeed here with this team?
No.
This dude's still talking with a freaking homer hat on. It's like it went in one year right after the other, bro. There's nothing trash about saying that Herbert right now is the better pick than Tua because up until this point.
Would Justin Herbert succeed with this offense right now? Answer me that question.
Everything you're talking about is a hypothetical, bro. You act like Tua don't have weapons now.
He doesn't.
That's ridiculous, bro. Can you imagine?
Tua doesn't have anybody. He has an injury-prone receiver.
Really? That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. See, that's what we talking about. Homerhead, man.
The reality
I tell you,
is,
bro.
Hold on, EM. The reality is, I have always said that if Tua was on Pittsburgh, Tua would be like his numbers would be amazing.
That's such
I'm not concerned.
If Tua was on New Orleans, his numbers would be better.
Why would you say that? Why? Like I said, bro.
Because of Sean Payton. That's why.
Like I said, Tua is a scheme-specific player right now. So when you sit up here and say, "Well, he'll go there, he'll go here and have success,"
everybody's argument exactly.
There is no way you can say that because Tua hasn't proved that he can be successful in a traditional NFL progression-based format. He has not.
Cameron, can you?
Drew Brees is a scheme.
Hold on, Alexander.
Yes.
Cameron.
So Tua is Drew Brees, bro. Tua is Drew Brees. Oh my God, bro.
So nobody could point out Herbert's flaws. That's all I did, and we going into the comparing and who's better. All I said was he has flaws, and all this gets heated.
I haven't had one chance.
Nobody said that.
Let me say something, D1. D1. The reason that everybody's going on about this Tua Herbert thing is because every day you get up on here and you have something bad to say about Herbert. The fact of the matter
is, you damn right I am. You know why? Because everybody always has something bad to say about Lewis.
Let me finish,
bro. You damn right.
Bro. Hey, sit down for a second. Let me finish, homie. Listen. Every day you come up here, Herbert's kryptonite, Herbert this, Herbert that, and then it starts a thing between Tua and Herbert. The fact of the matter is, if
So
you
I
watch
started
football,
it, Ed. So you're telling me that the
let me
media and
finish,
everything
man.
didn't.
Hold on, let me finish, bro. Sit down for a second, homie.
Get him 1, 2,
Have a
3.
sip of
Get him
coffee,
1, 2,
bro.
3. Get him.
Listen,
He ain't getting
every
nothing.
week you come up here and you start the
He ain't getting nothing.
You start the Herbert conversation. And the fact of the matter is, right now in a pro-style offense and in any style offense, Herbert is the better QB. If you tell me you can go back,
TD can make whatever he want about Herbert and put everything, but I can't go on a panel and point out certain things.
No, you can, but I'm saying you get mad that everybody's doing these comparisons, but you're the one that planted the seed, is what I'm saying, bro. Now, listen, man. If you tell me right now that you would go back to the draft and take Tua over Herbert, you're crazy, man. That's just my opinion. Can Tua be great? Yes, Tua can be great. Is he progressing like Estes said? Absolutely. Do I see so much more out of Tua? Am I so much more excited about Tua? Absolutely. I think he's going to be good, but is Herbert better at this juncture? If you don't see that, you don't know how to watch football. It's a fact.
Exactly.
All right.
Once again, why do y'all keep saying that
Drop that mic, 1, 2, 3 F's. Drop that mic, baby. Drop that mic.
I dropped it.
Give him the mic and let him drop it.
I'm not dropping my AirPods, but
y'all need to stop.
All right, hold on, Ian.
So everybody else can point out flaws, but I can't. Bet. That's all you have to say.
Hold on, D1.
I can't point out another quarterback flaws, no doubt.
I'm saying you get mad.
D1, chill. Everybody chill for a second. Cameron, please put your 2 cents worth into this, Cameron.
You know what? I'm a facts-based guy, right? Number one, I don't give a flying fudge what Herbert or Burrow do because Tua is my quarterback and we're winning with him, right? Since week six. All right, when Tua came back, he's got 1,730 yards, 11 TDs, 5 interceptions, a 97.5 passer rating. During those same 6 games, Justin Herbert, 1,971 yards, 14
Here
TDs,
we go. 8
interceptions. Oh, no, let me finish here because there's a point here. 93.1 passer rating. Joe Burrow, 1,866 yards, 12 TDs, 8 interceptions, 93.3 passer rating. Tua's got a better passer rating, all 3 of these guys the past 6 games. But that's not really the point. The point is this team's winning with Tua. That's all that matters. I don't care what Herbert does because Herbert didn't win last night. 3 of 5 in fourth down positions, in conversion rate. That's horrible. He didn't make the plays when the time was needed. Tua is the number 1 rated quarterback in the fourth quarter of the past 3 decades on fourth down. That's
Cam, I got this.
So respond to that, Steven.
Hey, Steven, I'll have a final thought because I have to get off and go to work.
The facts remain. All 3 of these guys are really good quarterbacks.
In 5, we're comparing in 2 years.
Each other.
Y'all are comparing 5 games. Y'all are comparing 5 games. I'm comparing the complete body of work.
Hey,
come on, man. Stop.
Ennis and Showtime. Welcome to the panel.
Hey, morning, everybody. I'm going to get off because I got to go to work. But I just want to wish everybody a wonderful and blessed weekend. And stay safe, everybody, from this for this Omicron. And let's get a dub on Sunday, all right?
All right, Alex.
You and your family stay
You guys have a good day. Have a good weekend. Stay blessed.
Good, bro. It's all okay, bro.
Cameron, let me ask you.
Good morning, everybody.
Cameron,
it's absolutely ridiculous, man.
Football, right?
5 games.
Y'all all a bunch of hypocrites right now. Y'all are a bunch of hypocrites.
Cameron, you see what you did, Cameron?
Hold on.
Y'all are hypocrites, bro.
Cameron,
y'all are real hypocrites.
You watch more than just Dolphins football, right?
Y'all are real hypocrites right now.
Steven,
hey, Steven.
I can't hear because everybody's talking over
each other.
Tua is better than
Herbert?
It doesn't
Good morning,
matter.
everybody.
These guys are going to be
nobody is saying Tua is better than Herbert. Can you stop saying that?
What?
These guys are all drafting the same
D1, I know what your intentions were, bro. I know.
All right. This is for Ennis.
Can the new guys speak?
Ennis and Showtime. Both of you go.
First
Showtime,
of all,
go first.
Good morning, everybody. This is Spread Kindness Fridays, right?
I thought it was.
Out of
Guys, you got to remember, man.
I'm spreading
You got to let people have their opinions. You don't have to agree. You don't have to jump down their throats, man. That's one of the problems. 2, both of them can be great. 3, Herbert has his flaws. He's not perfect. People are already trying to crown him like he's better than Marino, and it pisses
But they
people
don't
off.
talk about it though, bro.
Wait. Let me finish.
No.
Y'all gotta let people finish talk, man. You can't talk and listen at the same time, right? Tua, he's a clutch player. He still needs to improve. There are big plays he needs to improve on, so he can be at the level of Herbert, which is fine. Okay, the guy is still growing. People are trying to have this complete book on the kid, but hey, if I'm a fan of the team, you can't get mad at somebody for bigging up their quarterback, and that's a problem. People are calling them idiots, or no, you don't know football, or you're crazy for wanting Tua over Herbert, because you can have your preference. There's nothing wrong with that. Like,
I never
people
called
need to
anybody
let
an idiot,
people
did I?
have their.
Somebody else did. Hey, real quick, hold on. Breaking news. Washington's top 2 quarterbacks, Tyler Heineke and Kyle Allen, are now on the reserve COVID-19 list.
Damn,
man.
That's
Leaving
what
I'm worried about, man. I'm worried about
Garrett
Gilbert, who will sign with the team today, will start on Sunday for the Washington football.
He's good. Garrett Gilbert.
He can't be that good if he's not on anybody's roster.
COVID is going to change the playoff pictures, man.
Watch what he does, Steven. Watch what he does, bro. That's a good quarterback, bro.
All right, let Ennis
How
go.
many touchdowns does he have in the NFL, Esther? Tell me his stats, Esther, real quick.
Oh, Lord, man.
Garrett Gilbert, well, he's been a backup for most of his career. But Garrett Gilbert can get it done, bro. He's got a cannon, bro.
Where has he got it done before? I'm just asking you real quick.
Well, he used to be the backup quarterback at the University of Texas. That's why I know. And he lit it up.
Okay, how many touchdowns does he have in the NFL?
He lit it up, bro. Watch. Remember this conversation.
I'm not having a conversation.
All right, Ennis, let Ennis do his thing.
Let Ennis go. Ennis go, please.
Good morning. Like, I can't believe I'm gonna be real. When the draft was coming out, I was a Herbert guy. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have mind.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Herbert or Tua, but I'm the reason why I'm Tua guy is because he's on my team. But let me just say this: they do like Showtime was saying, they're 2 different style quarterbacks. There's no reason to argue. That's like arguing Dan Marino versus Elway, or you know what I'm saying? Like, they're 2 different style quarterbacks. I see flaws in both. I see greatness in both. To me, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's true.
Right.
That's just my opinion. I see goodness in both and bad in both. Like, the bad into it, we don't see the big explosive plays, but we got to look at what he's dealing with. And then I see the big explosive plays from Herbert, but then I see the flaws too, like the 19 for 32. Like, that's a big standout to me. I don't know about y'all, but to me, I'm just saying, I'm not saying what I've been saying is wrong. I'm not knocking any of y'all evaluation. This is my evaluation. And that 19 for 32, if Tua would have been in a primetime game and had that many incompletions, he'd have been getting crucified. I cannot deny that.
So Ennis, let me follow up Ennis. I said last night, and if you followed my Twitter, you should. I said last night that if the head coach of Brandon Staley if Flores made any of the decisions last night that Staley made, Flores would have been crucified. And if any of the throws that Herbert made in the first 3 quarters, most of them, not all of them, most of them, we would have been like, oh, he's not the guy.
Hey, Steven, and that's all I'm trying to do, Steven. That's all I'm doing.
Let me touch on Ennis's point real quick. I agree 100%, Ennis. You're absolutely right, bro.
Ennis, that was a good point. Just saying.
I'm kind of piggyback off that. But see, this is why I say Herbert is superior to Tua now. Again, it goes back to how are you deploying that your quarterback? How is he what successful? What scheme is he successful in? There is nothing from a X and O standpoint, a schematic standpoint, that you cannot put Justin Herbert, because we've seen it. You cannot say that with Tua.
Is Justin Herbert in the West Coast offense?
Hang on. Can I finish? So when we saw, okay, when Tua was last year with Chan Gailey. When they tried to put in, I'm not saying Tua was a bust or a train wreck. He was just not as good. When we saw him in a progression-based format consistently, bro, just a dramatic drop-off from the RPO format and a normal NFL progression-based format. The stats are staggering. So all I'm saying is this. From a schematic standpoint, until Tua proves, right, and we can't get that, it's just a tough situation for us as a team because our line right now is so terrible. You know, we won't get that firm evaluation on him until things stabilize up front. But Tua is scheme specific right now. He hasn't proved that he can be and I mean deployed in a primary NFL-based, progression-based format. He has not. And until he does that, he is not going to be a franchise quarterback. I'm sorry. That's just fact.
I'm going to say this one
thing.
thing.
He might have to play a pro-style offense this week.
Hey, real quick. Let me let Todd go. Todd, go. Sorry, Todd.
It's all good. The only thing I was going to say is I really could care less about Herbert. I don't watch any of the games. The only reason I watched last night's game is because my girl's a Kansas City fan. And, you know, I just want to see who the first one is to hold up that trophy. That's what it's going to be down to.
Is Herbert going to do it, or is Tua going to do it?
Oh, I agree, Todd.
Polo got on. What's up, Polo? How are you? Take yourself off mute.
Good morning, everyone.
Go ahead, Polo.
Good morning.
Go ahead, Polo. What do you want to talk about, man?
So, you know, I was listening earlier, and we all know that Herbert is a superior quarterback, but I get what D1 was trying to say. Like, no one point out the flaws like how they do Tua. No one's like calling out Herbert how they do Tua. Like, I think it should just be fair.
Like that pass to Keenan Allen, bro. He should have made that pass.
I called out Patty Mahomes last
night. That pass to Jordan Cook should have been better.
What did pass that Patty Mahomes threw into the table route? It was terrible. Who was that? That was a joke.
But the thing is with film, you can make any quarterback look bad if you cut the right clips. And people don't get that
I
either.
understand. What D1 was saying and what Ian was saying is I get both of them, but what Ian is saying in a pro-style offense, Tua has not succeeded well. He might have to play a pro-style offense this week because of the lack of Jalen Waddle and the running game. We might not be able to do the RPO like we should be able to do. So he might have to progress to a pro-style offense.
And
you might get to see what you want to see this week, Ian. Because
people
you might have to play a pro-style offense.
People don't realize how big of a part of evaluation when you're evaluating a player. That's huge, bro. How are they being deployed? And they talk about, okay, and I'm not saying Tua is not improving. What I'm saying is when people bring up his statistics, completion percentage, quarterback rating, okay, that Tua is improving. But when you say, well, when you use a completion percentage as validation as Tua is better than Herbert, well, you can't say that because Herbert, he pushes the ball down the field more. He is reading off.
No, that's one particular stat.
Hang on. Tua is reading one side of the field. One side. So how are you going to sit there and say that what metric are you going to use to validate saying that Tua is the better player at this point in time?
Can I answer this?
Yep, D1 and then Cameron. D1 then Cameron.
Let me go after Cameron.
First of all, once again, why do y'all keep saying that people are saying that Tua is better than Herbert?
They have been.
As a total package player, Herbert is better. But y'all continually continually don't mention his flaws. Just like I come up, you get all mad when I say he's second in the league in swap balls at the line. Why is a 6'6" quarterback second in the league in swap balls at the line? Nobody answered that. Y'all just go into why you saying Tua is better than Herbert. Why is it that his red zone efficiency is bad? Nobody say nothing about that. When he's in a red zone team,
D1. I never said Herbert is a perfect prospect.
I'm talking about as a whole also.
And what I'm saying as a
the man has flaws,
hold on. D1. Let me see if I can translate what you're trying to say in another way.
Okay.
Why I put you on mute for a second because your background. All right. What I believe D1 is trying to say And y'all and D1, please correct me if I'm wrong. He's saying if y'all are using the same energy about Tua, saying we can't talk about completion percentage because he can't throw a ball over 40 yards. Why can't we go to Herbert and say the same thing and say, well, he can't get the ball past the line of scrimmage because his balls get knocked down.
I would agree. I'm not saying nobody said it's perfect,
correct
bro.
me if I'm wrong. You're just saying use the same energy. Use the same energy.
That's
for
all
Herbert
I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's better than Herbert.
Yeah.
It's just that
You know what else though?
I do. I never said
this.
When did I say Herbert was perfect and he didn't need
I got to
development?
tell you this. You know, most of the time people bring up Herbert is to microanalyze everything Tua does. They don't bring up Herbert just to say he's a good quarterback. They only bring him up just to spite what Tua does.
And Showtime, the reality is, and I'm gonna let Cameron and then Ennis go. The reality is that they will always be compared for life because they were drafted.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Back.
I'm not saying they can't be compared. I say they'll clip one play and say Tua can't do this.
I get it, but you're
I
always.
I agree with that.
I can clip 10 plays in 1 minute for you. It's not just one play. I can clip 10 for you.
You can do that when any quarterback.
So EM, I know you're objective, but not everybody's objective when he talk about Herbert, and it's like a big group of people. So then it turns into this like clusterfuck of people just going back and forth.
I like how you didn't use the swear jar. I like Showtime how you didn't use the swear jar because EM, Estefan, and D1 all owed to the swear jar this morning.
I've never cursed the entire time. Stop
I didn't call anybody an idiot today. I did not call anybody an idiot today. I didn't. When did I call somebody an idiot?
I didn't call nobody an
idiot. You didn't say idiot. You said a swear word earlier.
D1, if you called you an idiot, I definitely did not, man. Because I'm very.
No, you didn't. I didn't say nothing like that, bro.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I had somebody in the back room. He left. I hope he's listening. Come back on. Cameron and then Ennis. Go ahead, Cameron.
Hey, so the fact of the matter is, like, Herbert, Burrow, Tua, they're always going to be compared, right? Like, they were drafted in the same draft class. So we're going to have this conversation for as long as Tua's our quarterback and as long as these guys are playing, in the NFL against each other. So there's – as long as my team's winning, that's all I care about, right? Like, you can compare apples and oranges.
I agree with you on that, Cameron. I agree with you on that.
EM, they don't let some people be fans because a fan is a fanatic. So some
Cameron, all due respect, I agree with you 100% in that regard because I want to win. If Herbert winds up being the second coming to Dan Marino and Tua winds up being, I don't know. Let me see. Let me think about it.
Drew Brees?
No, not even Brees. Tua don't even have to get to that level.
Eli Manning.
Give me Eli Manning, and we win
2 Super Bowls.
Exactly, and we win, bro. I will be the most happy I've ever been as a Dolphin fan.
I will be happy.
I will be the most happy, bro.
We did spread kindness. Hey, real quick, I have somebody who loves to spread kindness in the back room. Ennis, I know I was going to let you go. Just bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, TD Finstock is in the building. What's up, TD?
Here we go.
I can't believe us good here listening to EM.
Y'all be quiet. Let TD talk. Don't nobody talk on the TV.
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead, TD.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can't believe y'all sitting here listening to EM foolishness.
Yeah.
Why are y'all keep talking about Herbert when we already got the GOAT on our roster?
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I don't know why y'all. Stop it, bro. We got Jacoby already.
We know what you're doing, TD.
TD up here
People know
catfishing
what
us.
you're doing, TD. Real people know what you're doing with your little sarcastic puppet strings, bro.
Bro, I'm not being sarcastic.
Right, don't think you're
Don't come here with that Herbert Trump talk, man.
TD,
Herbert, why y'all talking about Herbert, man?
TD's catfishing us.
This is not Chargers talk.
TD thinks
Nah,
he's
this
getting all
me.
that
This
past
me.
me, but he ain't getting it past me. He's being sarcastic so he can be right no matter what.
He's
that's called being passive aggressive. Come on, man.
No, I'm not being sarcastic so I can be right no matter what. I'm just being sarcastic. Therefore, I still have one stance.
TD, let me ask you a question, TD. So, why is it that no matter when a panel starts, especially a game after Herbert or Tua, like with the exception of, hey, these guys were drafted back to back, it doesn't seem that the conversation's ever going to go anywhere else. Like these two are always going to be in the same conversation forever.
They were drafted together.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Jim Kelly and Dan Marino.
They were drafted together. We took Tua before Herbert. So trust me, the Charger fans ain't talking about this like we are.
That's not true.
They're not like we are.
Bro, I talk to Chargers fans. No,
I
have my own.
Do you think Chargers fans want Tua over Herbert?
Exactly. They're not like, oh man, look at what Tua's doing. They ain't having these conversations.
I heard one Charger fan say that, bro.
Huh?
I bet Chargers Twitter would like to have Tua's record.
Hey, but are they saying, hey, well,
Chargers
man,
on
we
one?
should have Myles
You know what Chargers fans say? They say
Myles
Herbert doesn't
Gaskin
have
over.
enough.
What did TD? What'd you say?
Yeah, whoever said that lost their
Cameron.
mind.
Cameron said that. Cameron said that, TD. Cameron said that.
The Chargers fans ain't envious of one thing about our quarterback. Y'all stop the lie.
Or our running game.
Hey, TD, if you look on the internet long enough, you can find whatever you need to find.
That's right.
You ain't gonna find that.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, you read that off and show me where they're like, oh my gosh, I'd rather have 80% completion in this cannon.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, listen. I saw that cannon with Mahomes when he threw the ball in the dirt. That cannon worked right there.
Well, I always say he was trash anyway. But
I'm just saying, man, I saw a lot of struggle with the touch passes with these cannon arms.
Well, yeah, I mean, bro, that happens. You got to consider the competition, bro. Look, these are two of the best teams in the entire league, bro. They're division rivals, right? It happens. But
we're talking about wide open passes. We're not talking about triple coverage.
Yeah, but
okay, let me ask you this: what's the most important thing? Okay, sure, he missed a wide open pass, maybe once, maybe twice. But when the money was on the line, what happened? You saw greatness. Is what you saw.
Yeah, but if you did what you were supposed to do,
hold on. But when Tua throws 4 touchdowns, and he has the lead before the game ends, it's his fault.
I give him credit. I give him all.
Ian,
are you talking to me? Are you talking to me specifically, or are you talking in general?
Team on your back in the fourth quarter. You make those passes.
I'm talking to TD.
I'm talking to TD.
Oh, okay.
Say that again.
Okay.
Oh man.
Say it again, T1
yeah,
for TD. Go ahead, T1. Say it again for TD.
I said it's great when Herbert, whatever, makes a mistake early in the game and come back and give his team the lead or tie the game up. He's great. But when Tua do it and we lose, that's Tua's fault. That's hypocritical.
Well, let's get something straight. All turnovers aren't created equal. Let's get that straight now. First of all,
really?
Let me finish.
Let him go, Showtime. Let him go.
So first of all, Herbert throws an interception, which was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and then goes back and turn around and put.
So why is his ball getting tipped? He's 6'6". Why is his ball getting tipped? He's 6'6".
Because everybody's ball get tipped. Have I ever complained about Tua's balls getting tipped? The last game, he almost had a pick 6 when it got tipped at the line of scrimmage.
No, not everybody's ball is getting tipped at the rate that Herbert is. He's second in the league, TD. No, it's not.
Okay, bro. Who cares about it?
Wait. I don't like that. Look, when people make a point, wait, TD.
We gotta go find a tip ball stat to try to make somebody look better than the other person.
That is a good stat by
We gotta go find a tip ball stat.
Oh my god! No! I ain't trying to hear that. No.
Oh my god!
I'm not trying to hear that.
Now we searching.
Hey, hold up. One at a time. TD, go.
Now we're literally searching tip ball percentage to try to make somebody look better than the other person. Here's the fact.
Bro, you complained about a 62-yard touchdown. I don't want to hear it, TD. You scrutinize a 62-yard touchdown from Tua. Keep that same energy, bro. Keep the same energy.
Hold on. Let's get something straight.
Keep the same energy. You scrutinize a little 9-yard pass.
Let's
D1, let him go, D1. Let him talk.
To all the fathers,
you got it?
To all the fathers in the comment section. If your child does something indeficient that you want to correct, and the neighbor's child does something indeficient, who you worried about correcting?
My child.
So did you not do an all 22 on Herbert?
At the end of the day,
did you not do an all 22 on Herbert? Did you not break down Herbert?
I've never did an all 22 on him, nor am I going to. He ain't my quarterback.
But when you talk about him, he might as well be your quarterback. What you mean?
Bro, that's a
I don't
lie,
want
bro.
nobody
That's a
to
lie.
recognize just pure talent. First of all, let me explain to you last night the difference between Herbert and Tua, okay? First of all, Herbert has the supreme confidence to make any throw in this league, which
because
he was.
he's got a running game.
Okay. Also, his athleticism, I don't even put them too close. And the most important part, you know how we say, oh, Herbert got a run game. Herbert got a run game. I saw at least 6 times last night that man check out of one play and hand it off for a good run game.
So Tua doesn't check out a play, you're really about to cap for that. Are you
Bro,
serious?
you're tripping. Bro, the
Are
line
you
is not
serious
saying,
right now,
hold
bro?
on, the line is not
Are
saying
you
that
serious
like
right now,
Deshaun
CD? You're really about to spew that BS that's about to come out your mouth right now.
CD, are you serious?
Y'all see one or two checkouts out of every 3 games, and you want to say he doesn't. Herbert did it about 6 times last night alone. And another thing,
192 rushing yards must be nice. 192 rushing yards must be nice.
Because he know he got a guy he can trust.
So what are you saying? That he has weapons?
On 3 of those passes were inaccurate on those 4th down tries. So try again.
He had
So D1, so D1, you saying Herbert was successful last night because of because of the 194 rushing yards? Is what you were saying?
It matters.
No, I didn't say nothing about him being successful. I was just saying it must be good to have 192 rushing yards on the running back.
We'll check this out.
Because he said checking out a runway.
Okay, but see, let me throw this one back at you. Last year when we played the New England Patriots, right, at home, we had over 200 plus yards on the ground.
Yes,
it was wonderful.
If y'all go back to inside the NFL when I said this, when people were up here saying, "Oh, we won because Tua didn't even throw for 150, 100." He didn't even throw for. I think it was like it was below 170 yards in that game. But our fans were saying, "Oh, well, we won because of Tua. Tua did this, Tua did that." No, you can't have it both ways, D1. All these
I
people
didn't have
coming
no.
at
I
me.
wasn't. But here you go projecting what somebody else said onto me. I never said that Tua won us that game.
And
so
sure you wasn't on that
projecting
panel?
now.
But Ian,
you
that's
sure
the
you
problem.
wasn't on that
You're
panel?
projecting.
You sure you wasn't on that panel? You
But
sure you wasn't on that panel?
But Ian, you're projecting bad takes on everybody else. Not everybody's saying
Exactly.
that.
I never said that about Tua in that game. I know we ran for 250 yards, and that was the key to winning. We were out. We didn't have the second. We didn't have Devontae.
D1. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you sure you went on that panel, bro? Are you sure? I'm gonna have to go back and dig the tape up. Are you sure you went on that panel?
Yeah, I gotta get the
tape up. I'm not saying I wasn't. I wasn't saying that Tua was the sole reason that we won the game. That Patriots game.
Like no
because I wanted
quarterback
that
does
much
it.
because the
No
Patriots ran for
quarterback does it
250
without
yards.
help. That's very unrealistic.
Ennis, go ahead, Ennis.
Okay. I heard about the audible thing, but people said Tua didn't audible. Tua audible in that first New England game and that drive when he hit Parker on that slant. But I digress on that.
One time.
So, but he did it to win the game.
That's a
It
fact.
doesn't matter. He did it to win the
That's a fact.
Oh my God! I just sit here and let y'all listen to y'all talk. Can I finish?
Let Ennis go. Let Ennis go. Let Ennis go. Let him finish.
I sit here and let y'all talk. Can I finish? I just said I said the one game, but y'all were saying that in the beginning of the year. He didn't call audible at all. Y'all didn't say one game. Y'all say he didn't audible at all. So there's a big difference when you say he doesn't do it at all and he did it. That's my point.
Hold on.
The same energy that he wants talking about is he's saying using the same energy that you use on him on other people. What's wrong with that?
Let's make sure we get this straight.
TD.
Let's make sure we get this straight because you just twisted the truth and made it a lie. I didn't say he didn't audible at all. Coming into this season, I say he didn't audible at all because last year he didn't, and that's been proven. He even said it. Okay. Now, when this season, didn't I just say on this show 5 minutes ago, Steven, that this guy does it 1 to 2 times out of every 3 games?
Say something negative about Herbert.
Do it.
Say something negative about Herbert then.
Hold on, no, don't move the goalpost. Answer this question.
I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm asking
this question
Say something
first.
negative about goalpost.
Didn't I just say live that Tua does it once or twice out of every 3 games, and y'all make that seem like he does it? Did I not say that?
Wait, hold on. Can I answer that?
I'm asking you for a negative on Herbert.
Bro, that's a yes or no answer. Did I just say that?
His pimply face is disgusting.
Hold on. Tua does what he needs to do to complete the series and to
But
get a
nobody
touchdown.
answered the question.
Hold on. I'm answering the question. I'm answering the
Insanity.
question.
What's up, Insanity?
Tua does what he needs to do to get to the touchdown, right? Whether
Business
but nobody answered the question.
He threw. Hold on, let me talk. Or he threw a
Business
5-yard
has
pass.
just picked up.
It takes 12 plays, whatever it takes to get the touchdown. That is his style of play right now. But you're holding that against him, and that's the crap people tell you, bro. You move
So
the goalposts
hold on,
all the
y'all
time.
want to
Hold on,
keep
I'm talking,
moving
man.
on,
Let
but
me talk.
nobody will
You
answer
got
my
your own
question.
channel. Let me talk, man. You microanalyze
What's the
every
question
mistake.
so I can
Hold on,
answer
let
your
me
dumb
talk.
question?
You
I just
microanalyze
said,
every
idiot.
mistake this kid
I
does.
just
and
said.
you
I
hyperanalyze
just
everything
said.
that Herbert does.
I
trying to
said
hear,
out of
man.
my mouth that 2 audibles once or twice out of every 3 games, and y'all make that seem like he does it on a normal.
And at the fourth quarter, Herbert
Did
misses
I
1 or
say
2
that?
big
Yes or
plays,
no?
and he loses the game. How about that?
Did I say that? Yes or no?
I already said yes, but you're too
Okay,
busy
if I
trying to
said it,
answer.
then
You're not
whoever the
listening to
dum
me.
dum is who
You're
said
too
that,
busy
you
trying to
said he
answer.
don't
instead of
do it at
listening
all.
back. That's why
Where do
you
you get this from?
Is that it?
He,
Damn.
The dum dum said you said it in the beginning of the season. The dum dum said you said it in the beginning. I ain't say
And
right
I
now.
did say it at the
Dum
beginning
dum.
because you can't
Fuck
point to
boy.
one play last year where he audible. And he
Who
said it
said
himself.
that? Who
That play was
cares about
dumb this
last
year,
year?
but
Tua
Nobody's
said it
talking about
himself.
last
He
year. You're
never
talking about
audible
last year.
last year. He would
This
come
year
to the
he's
line
improved.
and
This year he's doing
what
know
does
just
the
what
last
he
play
year have
wouldn't
to
last
do
work.
year.
with
He would
this
still
year?
run it.
Stop deflecting, TD. Stop deflecting. He
Who
said
cares
this year.
about
He said
last
nothing
year?
about last year.
No,
I
this
said
year
this
I didn't
year.
say he didn't do it at all. I said that he does it
Hello,
once.
Pete.
Man,
Hello,
I don't
Pete.
even know what y'all talking about. It's been games where I saw him
You don't
audible
know
at the
what you're
line of
talking
scrimmage
about.
on my
And the
live,
BS
and I
that you
said,
spew
Tua
out your
just
fucking
audible.
mouth.
He never does that.
Just
See,
go back to
Say
clickbait.
something negative about
that's the stuff
Herbert,
that you say.
TD.
Oh, he never does this. He never does that, bro. You're not his
Say something
Okay, you want
negative
me to
about
say
You know
something
Herbert.
everything
negative
the kid
about
can do.
Herbert? You want me to say
Yeah,
something
say something
negative
negative.
about Herbert?
Since you
Okay,
say something
Herbert has
positive,
the
say something
second
negative.
worst batted down throw at the line of
No,
scrimmage.
that's something I gave. Give
How
me
about
your
that? Okay,
own
now
negative about
I just
Herbert.
learned that. That's something negative.
What
Yeah,
happened to
no,
what
that's
happened
because
to
I
spread?
said it in here. I
What
said that.
Hey,
Give me what
Yeah,
you
you just
see
hello.
from
taught me
watching
that.
What
So
Herbert.
happened
What's a
to
that's something
negative?
Spread
negative.
Kindness Friday?
I'm gonna say it.
I guess it's gone.
Y'all
What?
ridiculous. Herbert is a much superior
You can't.
talent.
That's how
Stop
dated you
capping.
are. You
The
can't
Okay,
man
say
is
so
a
what?
something
much,
negative.
Hold
better
on.
superior
Herbert
Bro,
is
you
a
talent.
a
hold
joke,
on.
bro. You a
Herbert is a
joke.
superior
You can
talent.
You a
call it what
joke.
you want. Herbert is a
You a
superior
joke.
talent,
TD, why didn't
and
he
y'all
win?
You
don't
a
like it.
freaking joke.
TD, why didn't
If
he
You
win?
y'all
saying
don't
Stop
like it
talent,
saying
but
that
because
you're
in
your
this
not
wife
car.
saying
You
ain't
a
quarterback.
joke.
superior.
He win?
You
You
don't like
saying
it because your
talent, but you're
wife
not
too
saying
much talking about
quarterback.
little
You a
ain't
freaking
Hey, you
superior.
joke.
know what? Damn.
You keep saying talent.
You
Today
know
is
what I'll
Spread
say?
Kindness Friday.
You know what? You know what I'll say in terms of like where I see Tua has an advantage over Herbert. I'm being serious. There's no cap. There's no troll or nothing. Like you saw last night when there was a lot of I think it was like 4 passes where Herbert had. Now the receiver should have caught the ball because he hit him in their hands, but Herbert there was too much juice on the ball. And
Yeah,
I
he did.
think where Tua clearly has an advantage. He throws a more catchable football, I think, than Herbert, and that's a real trait. That's a real
Agreed.
trait.
His advantage is a
So,
softer arm.
I think Tua can change speeds where Herbert struggles with that at times. So that's a real trait.
Yeah,
Well,
every pass doesn't need to be 100 miles an hour, bro.
Look,
I'm sorry.
today's Spread Kindness Friday. And let me explain to you guys what makes Tua special over guys like Herbert. You heard it clear, right? Tua is literally his own guy. Tua is literally uncomparable. You cannot compare, like people compare Tua to other players and stop it. Tua is his own guy. This guy is literally uncomparable to every quarterback in the entire league. He plays different, and whether you think it has to be special, it has to be special on his own. Whether you guys want to put Herbert as Marino like I do, yeah, we're comparing Herbert to elite legends. We're comparing Herbert to legends and Hall of Famers, but yet you cannot compare Tua to anybody in this league. And that alone speaks volume. I don't care what anybody
What the
says.
hell does that mean? I'm trying to figure out what the point was. But
Listen.
All this man just spit was gibberish.
We forgot
what
something
the
very
hell
important.
does that mean?
I award
That's
you.
problematic.
I have to hit Billy Madison. I award you I award
Wait,
you
hold on.
no points.
Before we
I
get
know
on
I'm
to
not
the
the
third
shit.
report,
I
make sure
acknowledge
you
the
hit
fact
that
that I'm.
like button, man.
I know I'm not the sharpest. I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but damn, please somebody explain what the point of that was to me.
I don't know,
The
but hit
point,
that like button.
I'll
you guys
repeat it.
don't
I'll
get the
repeat it
point.
for you.
It's
I'll
between
repeat it for you.
Herbert and Tua. Repeat it, D.
You
One.
can't
Let them boys know.
So
because you
basically,
can't compare him to nobody.
what
He's trash.
basically Pete is saying is gibberish dobbers, gibberish dobbers, gibberish dobbers, gibberish dobbers. That's what I got from
Oh
that.
my God, bro!
All I
I
heard
mean,
was
man.
goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga.
You guys are not. You guys don't realize. Cam, tell them the stats again. They're not realizing what's going on in front of them. And like I said, you can compare quarterbacks all you want to other players. You cannot do the same with the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins.
I would take Tua
And
over
that
Herbert
alone,
at.
I'm telling you, you could.
I
And
know,
feel
no, I'm
confident
telling you
about it.
exactly
That's
where
what
I
I'm
would
trying to
take
tell
Tua
you
over
two guys.
Herbert at.
You two guys need to be
I
more
tell you
stuck
exactly
up.
where
You
I'll
gotta
take
have your
Tua
chin
over
up with
Herbert.
Tua.
Pete, respectfully, we don't know what you're talking about, bro. But hit that like button.
Is one of the most insanely
For real.
idiotic things I have ever heard.
How can can I elaborate it a little bit more?
Response.
You
Can I
can.
elaborate it a little bit more? Because you guys are you guys
thought.
listen, hold on. Can I
Everyone in this
elaborate on it
room
a little bit more?
is now
Buddy,
dumber
hold
for having
on.
listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I think what Pete is trying to get at is he's just trying to say that Tua is unique.
Thank you. Who's that? Insanity 5 is legend. She gets it.
If you listen to what
she
he
gets
said, he
it.
just walked around the point of saying he can't compare.
The thing
truly unique.
No,
Pete is
listen,
unique.
it's Spread Kindness Fridays, and I'm being, y'all want to be real. Like EM said, you want to be real. I'm being real.
Backhanded compliment.
Hey,
it's
why
like
don't
you really
everybody-
listen to what he
it
said.
sounds-
It was a backhanded compliment.
It's not backhanded. You guys, because I'm saying it, think it's kind of slander. But if you really pay attention to it,
Pete,
guys,
if you have to
run
tell
with
somebody
this
to
one.
really pay attention, you're not explaining it right, bro. Sorry.
Exactly.
Pete,
Let me.
Pete,
That's
I'm
why I
gonna
said
tell
let
you
me
how- I'm
elaborate.
gonna tell you how it's a backhanded compliment because you tried to slip in that you can compare Herbert to Marino and the elites and the legends, but you can't with Tua. You slipped that in there, so it is a backhanded compliment.
No. I'm saying as of right now, people are comparing Herbert to legends. Tua is going under the wind. He is uncomparable. Nobody has
bro,
seen.
what are you
Listen,
talking about? They're
listen.
comparing-
Hold on.
wait,
Let me
Pete.
finish, bro.
They're-
Get out of your
they're-
feelings.
comparing Mac Jones to Brady, bro.
Look. Hold on.
talking about?
When you look at Tua, all people say is short throws. What do I say? He's a dink and dunker. He's this and that. But really pay attention.
Short
Tua
throw
has
intermediate is
actually,
the correct term.
yeah. What has Tua came out and said out of his own mouth in interviews? I'm not going to take something they're not giving me. So at the end of the day, I can slander it all I want. But in all reality, this whole entire community needs to realize that Tua is uncomparable to almost every quarterback in the entire league. That is not a bad thing. He is unique. He is his own guy. He brings his own style to the game. And it's so hard to figure out that defenses want to fight. He gets them so mad. That's the issue. People aren't realizing he is his own
What
player,
is this, bro?
and that brings a uniqueness to our football.
Does everybody here have a legend they would compare Tua to? Anybody?
Wait, what?
Oh, I would love to
Anybody
hear
here have a
this.
legend,
Steve
legend
Young.
they would compare Tua to?
Steve Young.
Steve
No,
Young's way
you
more
can't.
mobile.
You
Steve
can't.
Young's way more
All right,
mobile,
this is
so I
what
don't
stuff
agree with
goes
that.
left, man.
Trust me, their
No
brains
quarterback right
are
now should be
scrambling
compared to
now
legends,
trying to
bro.
find
Is
an
there any
answer.
legend
I'm
that
waiting.
you would compare Tua to?
I said Steve Young.
Steven, you getting
Steve
ladies on
Young's
that
way
mute
more
button,
mobile.
bro.
How could you compare Steve Young to Tua? You're
Y'all
comparing
gotta let
Steve
these
Young to
QBs
Tua.
win something first, man.
You need to
Stop
be more
comparing them to
proactive with that
legends.
mute
Crazy,
button
bro.
because I'm telling you now, man. What he just said,
Tua to Steve Young.
I cannot believe I sat here for 5 minutes and listened to that. I'm trying to get them 5 minutes back, bro. Them 5 minutes of my life back.
You see what I'm
'Cause
talking
like,
about?
my God,
You see what I'm talking
Pete,
about?
Come on,
Listen,
man.
You guys don't realize it, but it's true.
You're talking in circles instead of saying something directly.
Wait, can we be
Pete, you sound
fair
like
for
the
real?
president
Like,
of the
listen, man.
Tua fan club. That's what you sound like.
I know what Pete is trying to
They're
say.
not in their, they're not in their shoes.
get it
They're
too.
legends because they did it for a career.
Krista Lockett said Ryan Leaf.
Oh Lord! Listen,
Yeah, I'm just
what
saying.
Pete?
Well, let's see if Pete's wrong. What legend can you compare Tua to?
Can I say something,
I
Steven?
said Steve Young.
Hey, Steven.
How can you compare him to Steve Young? Steve Young was mobile.
The only thing is,
Steven.
he's left-handed. That's all. But in reality, the
TD.
game.
Go ahead, TD.
I think what Pete is trying to say is just like the question was asked and nobody answered. What does Tua do well that you could say is like another great? And it's hard to really come up with it because
He's good in the red zone. It's not that damn hard. He is good in the red zone, and that is one
that's not a
factor.
trait. Being good in the red zone ain't a trait, man. Gosh, man. Listen,
because you're already going to start with the BS. But go ahead.
But just let him talk, and then you could go and say what you want.
So what I'm saying is when you talk about traits, okay, and abilities and stuff, it's hard to find who he compares to, but that's unfair to say because there's not many that are relegated to the system that Tua is in right now. So it's hard to really say that because unless you see Tua in a more pro-style system like most of those greats, because there ain't many great. Now I don't know any greats that ran an RPO. Let's get that straight now. But
wait,
then
you can compare some of his skill sets, like his pocket presence, his accuracy.
But then I look at, because we were talking about Herbert, right? The problem is, you know how somebody said Tua's taking what the defense is giving them if it's not there. How many throws did you see last night that weren't technically there but was made?
Well, when you rolled out the pocket,
I think Herbert played unbelievable last night. He threw some throws.
Exactly. Do you see some of those throws where the
I haven't
defense
seen
didn't
young
give him
people
that,
throw,
but his
and
placement was just flawless?
Only person I could compare Herbert to that has come in this league recently is Patty Mahomes. Some of those throws were unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And Tua's getting more open guys than what I saw last night and still not pulling the trigger.
That's all I'm saying about Herbert.
Mahomes didn't miss the open read and the end zone.
Mahomes is trash. I've been telling y'all that for years.
Can I say something?
How is he?
Hold up, D1. Hold up, D1.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, Cameron's got to go. So let Cameron go, then you go, D1.
All right.
Hey, man, I just want to say I love y'all. I hope y'all getting your holiday Christmas shopping done. You come out to East 32 if you're in town this weekend. I don't have enough gas right here to go on any further.
Hey, who's going to be at East 32 doing a pregame show on Sunday?
Stephen D, Clock Blockers. We're going to be riling it up there in East 32. You're going to be live streaming the tailgate. We're going to be pounding all those sorry-ass Jets fans out there in the tailgate. We got plenty of them coming.
Hey, swear jar.
You know we got Jets fans down here.
Up?
They
y'all
love to show up.
Y'all act like ain't no swear jar on the show. All y'all been cussing this morning. Everybody owes to the swear jar.
Not me, Steven.
I don't curse,
Play
Steven.
it back, bro.
I don't curse. I
Play
just
it back.
said idiot, Steven. Well, I can curse, but
I
I
didn't even
don't.
say
Hey,
idiot. Play it back.
I'm going to drop this on you, and then you guys can fight it out. But I don't care, like, stats or whatever. You know, I'm a stat guy, analytics person. That's what I do for a living. Tua is a winning quarterback. That he's got a winning record. That's all that matters to me as a Dolphin fan.
Let's go, baby. Fins up.
The team has a winning record.
The team has a winning record with Tua at the helm, and he's 10-7 as a starter. Right, that's a winning record. He's the highest rated fourth quarter quarterback in the past 25 years, according to PFF.
Trash time.
Trash time? I think it's winning time. There ain't no big leads this team is getting.
Yeah, Herbert has a lot of trash time stats then, because he be behind a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lie. Herbert always in the shootout.
Whoa, let Cameron have a
So hold on. So when Herbert put up 0 points versus the Patriots, that's a shootout.
Started, Cameron.
Exactly.
I was going to drop this bomb on you and let them all fight it out.
I hate you, Cameron.
Yeah.
You see how TD is a homer?
I'll see
you
this.
Hey,
tomorrow night, let's do something tomorrow night.
Right. He said they always in games, but 45-0 in the game.
Just think of TD as a chart.
He just said he had good ball placement, but he was 1932.
Estefan, are you up here, Estefan?
Thank God.
What's up?
Hey, somebody put their thing on mute. So I hear somebody's background.
What's up?
What's up? Somebody's got their kids show in the background.
Herbert was amazing last night. Burn people.
He was great. What's the problem with that?
That's a joke.
Let it burn, people. No,
Hey,
it's
TD.
But in
certain people
reality,
it's burning
TD,
right now.
Cameron said check
19 for 32 is great, huh?
19 for
Oh, it's
32 is
burning
great,
you,
but
ain't it?
Tua
It's
can
Yeah,
burning you.
complete 88% of his passes,
you
but
and Herbert can
y'all
hold that
complain
L.
about that.
I'm gonna give y'all
Okay.
I'm gonna give y'all the Tua line. His receivers were dropping the ball and catching concussions.
Wow.
Yeah. If the ball was thrown correctly, his receiver wouldn't have a concussion.
Hey, TD, who won that game?
The Chiefs,
Hey,
and he balled out
Okay.
and he
No,
balled
you
out
balled out
versus
and you
and he balled
lost.
out
That's cool,
regardless.
but you lost. You
Hold on.
didn't
So,
have
so,
that
so
up.
TD,
earlier.
Balled out
did
regardless.
Tua ball out
Steven
versus
said
the Falcons?
earlier.
Did Tua ball out
Steven
versus
said
the Falcons?
earlier, real quick, y'all.
Did Tua
Steven
ball
said
out versus
earlier
who?
that if Flo did
Against the
what the
Falcons?
coach of the Chargers did yesterday, going for it on fourth down,
We would
They
that we
be
would
would
be
have crucified him.
crucifying him right
We would
now.
be
Right.
crucifying
But
Of
do
course,
you
man.
We
remember
would
when we
only
played the
crucify him
Jags?
because he ain't got a
When we
quarterback to
played the
trust to do
Jags,
that.
I believe Flo went for it on third and fourth down, and the
They were
quarterback of
killing
that
him.
game was Tua Tagovailoa. That's why
Why
you
don't
got to
y'all
give him
ask yourselves
criticism
why would
for
the
the things
Chargers
that you
go
can
for it so much
criticize,
on fourth
and
down?
you give him credit for the things that
Because
you
they were
can.
going against
All I'm
the number
saying is
one
it goes
scoring
both.
offense.
to answer your question, TD, because Brandon Staley thought he was playing Madden last night.
So y'all
He
saying
wasn't playing
Herbert
a
had
game plan.
nothing to do with him deciding to go for it 4 times?
Bro,
No,
let me tell
he
you
believes
something.
in
It was
Herbert.
hold on, let me talk.
What I do know is
Let me
Herbert couldn't
talk.
close the game.
Let me
Oh
talk.
my!
Let
What
me
do you
talk.
mean Herbert couldn't close the game?
Hold on, TD.
He
Let me
lost.
talk. Hey,
If he would have got the
Showtime,
ball
hold up,
first, I
Showtime.
bet you they would have won.
Hold up,
Well, he
guys.
could have made that pass to Allen.
Damn. All right. Hey.
Breaking news: Miles Gaskins and Salvin Ahmed are practicing today.
That's what's up.
Thank you. Anyways, let me finish what I was saying. TD, that was the most blatant, horrible call. The fact that you went for it inside the 5 3 times and didn't get no points out of it. The Chargers not only lost, they deserved to lose that game last night.
Facts.
It was horrible. The fact that you don't take points against Mahomes. You could have been up, by the way, you could have been up 10 at the half, and you could have been up 13 at one point.
Facts.
That's
Yeah,
a
but the thing is,
2 touchdown lead.
yeah, but the
But
thing is,
Steven,
Steven, you got to realize you're at home. You
No,
can't really beat
time
the
out.
Chiefs.
Time
You
out.
got to really
No,
think about. You can't really
you're
beat the
wrong.
Chiefs with field goals, bro.
No,
You
that's
got to
wrong.
get the whole
Pete,
team
listen,
under
What are you
fire.
talking about?
listen to
Got to
me.
get
You
that
have to
home
take the
crowd
point.
believe.
Listen to me. Here's why you're wrong. Because the Chargers had the best running game in the world last night.
Facts.
If they were up by 13 points,
Mhm.
all they had to do last night was hand the ball off the entire rest of the
Yep.
night.
Yeah,
That's
they
it.
stopped.
And they would have won. They would have won.
Yeah, but you
They
guys
stopped
remember the
Chris Jones
Chargers.
didn't play running the ball like dodos.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
why you
guys
stop
fail to
running the
remember
ball?
the Chargers fell behind first, and they had
What
to
you fail
get
to
that
remember is
momentum
the
back.
reason you got blown out 50 to whatever against D1 is because you probably kept going for it on fourth down.
I'm going to
When
tell
you're
you
up,
right now,
when
the
you're
Kansas
up, you
City
have to
Chiefs,
make
the
a cover
Kansas
two and
City
chase
Chiefs,
points, man.
Kansas City Chiefs won. The Kansas City Chiefs won for 4 reasons last night. Reason number 1, Brandon Staley's a horrible coach. Reason number 2, Patrick Mahomes.
I like that guy.
Reason number 3, Travis Kelce, and reason number 4, Tyreek Hill. That's the reason the Chiefs
And,
won.
and reason number 5, Herbert has been a bad fourth quarter quarterback. I got stats to back that up.
I feel you, man. He
Give me
missed
the
that
stats.
touchdown.
I got stats to back
Allen
that
was
up.
wide
He's been a
open.
bad fourth quarter quarterback most of this year.
Allen was
Herbert is
wide
a
open.
generational
D1 was
talent.
hitting the Wikipedia hard during that
Herbert
break.
is a generational
Bro,
talent.
I got all receipts, bro. I got all
D1,
receipts.
hold on, D1, hold on. Yeah,
You could be a
can you
generational
feel?
talent and not win the fourth quarter. It's cool.
Herbert
Hold on,
is a
Showtime. Yeah,
generational talent.
Go
can you
ahead. What's
finally
up, man?
feel what we talking about? Because it's just funny. He said he balled out in the loss, but when Tua brought us back in that one game and gave us the lead,
The
he
defense
didn't
brought
ball
us
out.
back.
How
It's
the
because
defense
he's
brought us
biased,
back when he
bro.
scored
It's
two
because he's
touchdowns,
biased.
bro?
It's okay. Just say you're biased, bro. There's no wrong with that.
See what we be talking about, EL?
Just keep it a bean, bro. Keep it a bud.
TD and we've had many spirited debates,
Herbert is a generational talent. Let it
about
burn.
about his
Why would
criticism.
that? But why would that
about
burn?
his
He could be great. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, obviously it wasn't for you then, because some people are fuming for it.
Yeah, but
Generational,
TD,
ladies and
why
gentlemen.
is that, TD? Explain to me why that is.
You got to ask them, Steven. Why do they burn? Why do they try to diminish everything Herbert does and maximize everything Tua
You
does.
want to know? You want to know why TD?
Because he's
Because you
generational.
diminishing Tua. What Tua does.
Wait, can I answer this, Steven? I don't want to cut nobody off.
Hold on. You can make that same argument the other way around, though, TD. People put down Tua to bring up Herbert.
Hold on.
I don't do that.
I disagree.
Wait, Steven, can I answer this?
Herbert don't need to be brought up.
Steven, can I answer this?
Yes.
Because TD, I watch a lot of your stuff, bro. The only time you bring up Herbert is to bring down Tua, bro. You don't bring up Herbert just to say he's great and to isolate him. You just bring him to spite Tua and what he can't do and say, hey, he's limited and he can't be better.
Hey,
like you can't have a complete book on the kid. It doesn't make any sense. And then people look, hold on, let me finish. And then people look at you like you're biased and that they can't take your take serious. If you can just be objective, he is great. I can't argue that. But when you say, oh, Tua can never do that, then people look at you crazy, bro.
What did I say Tua can never do?
You say it all the time. Just pull up your Twitter,
No, name one thing. Just one thing. Just one.
You said Tua can't be great. Or Tua can't be elite. Right?
Well,
Tua can't make big plays. Listen, I can do this all day, bro. Come on, man.
Bro, hold on.
You can't be great or elite.
You talk about I said Tua can't be elite. Okay, and I'm talking about the tangible things. What did I say Tua can't do? I ain't talking about the overall end of the day because everybody can judge the ceiling. It don't make you right. Just because I think that his ceiling ain't elite, it don't make me right or wrong. That's fine for me to have that take right now. Time will tell. But what tangible thing on a field did I say he'll never be able to do?
Any big plays. Why can't Tua have big plays?
Ask him. Why don't he?
Because you don't see his line seal the edges like Herbert's line does. Come on, bro.
Yeah, last week Herbert's line had a roll into the right.
When Herbert rolled out to that big play, hold on. When Herbert rolled back to that, hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. When Herbert rolled out for that big play, he had all the time in the world, baby.
Oh my Jesus!
Listen,
See what I'm talking about?
See, this is where. Hey, hang on. Let me say this real quick.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Herbert's not good. That's the difference between me and TD.
Okay. I'll let you talk, Showtime. Now let me talk, please. Let me inject here. Listen.
Hey,
when people use that
real quick, I just want to do breaking news real quick. Two things. One sports related, one not. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 ups or Estefan just said it, but I just want to repeat it. Salvin Ahmad and Myles Gaskins are off the COVID list. And they will play on Sunday. And then another thing, which is totally not sports related, but it is South Florida, and it's a pretty crappy thing, but I feel like it's worth saying. A student is in police custody after bringing a loaded gun to Miramar High School in South Florida. So,
yeah, it's because of the TikTok challenge to shoot up your school. Yeah. That's freaking crazy.
It's right. Yeah, it is.
Damn. Listen, man, you got kids, bro. Do not
I do, and
if you got kids, do not let them on TikTok. Do not let your kids on TikTok, bro. The stuff they do out there is crazy, bro. It's not for kids.
This world sucks right now, bro. They had
Tide Pods on.
We have bomb threats right now in our school district.
Hold on,
Today
don't
we
worry
have
about
bomb
that.
threats.
God bless everybody. Everything is gonna be okay. But TD is up here, and I got a question. There's two things I got for TD because I heard TD loud and clear yesterday on the live stream last night.
Wait, let Ian finish. Ian was still talking.
Oh, my bad, because I heard TD say Tua could be a Pro Bowler.
What's wrong with that? He could.
Yeah, he can be a Pro Bowler.
Nobody. What?
Why is there a problem with that?
How is Tua going to be a Pro Bowler ahead of guys like Mahomes, Herbert?
Hey, Pete, man, just let Ian talk, man. Go ahead, Ian, man.
No, I was going to say to your point, Showtime, about Herbert's O-line. And then here's another reason why I think Herbert is he's ahead of Tua at this stage of their development, is because to me last year was the most impressive season that Herbert had, because they had they were 30th in terms of their O-line play. They had absolutely no running game, and he was number one in the league over everyone in terms of plays made against pressure. See, that right there, that's how you engage something tangible that you can use to gauge a person's how well they're playing and how good they are. And Herbert passed all of those colors last year with flying colors last year. All those so it's just not physical with him and Tua. But the thing is, when you talk about this comparison, I understand those three quarterbacks will be compared from now for the next 20 years. Just because hang on. Just because Herbert is ahead right now, that doesn't mean Tua cannot get to that. He can't get to that level of impact. So
I agree, but
it's just right. We should all take the perspective in terms of the evaluation of what we're seeing now. That's because that's all we've given. We've only had the sample size that we can evaluate.
all I'm saying is, if somebody else in
Well said,
this
Ian.
panel
Well
is going to
said.
give takes about Tua all the time and try to act like he can't grow and reach that level at some point, I'm not going to agree with that. And yes, Herbert
I
is
agree.
great. I'm
I agree
isolating
with
that.
that 100%.
But bro, I can't take your take serious if you just I can't take your take serious if you just bashing the kid just to bash the kids because you arguing with
bro,
some
here's the
fans
problem. Here's the
online.
problem.
Wait, I'm still talking, bro. And
Come here,
people
real
need to
quick.
give Tua credit because look at what he's playing with. That's all I'm saying. You want to see a quarterback that can do the most with the minimum, but I still want to see more even for myself. But you're not gonna spike the kid and tell me that he's not doing great things, but he still needs to grow. I'm not saying he's complete.
Can I ask you a
All I'm
question,
saying.
Stephen?
And that's
Yes,
fair.
go ahead.
That's subjective.
Go,
That's fair and
go,
objective.
go ahead, Finsanity.
Because I feel like we done swung the bat at this topic for too long. How does everyone feel about the COVID protocols, the league not postponing games, and how they also affect the playoff standings? Because now you have the Washington football team, who's in contention of the 7th seed, but now they're down to their 4th seed.
Finsanity, if you had watched the first hour of the show, you would have seen that we had a whole conversation of this. And that we had Daniel Oyefusy on.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard
I didn't
time.
see it, so I want to know how people feel about it.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Now, the fact of the matter is,
I think the reality is I think everybody feels different about it. Everybody has their own opinion of it. What I will say is, from a football standpoint, from a pure football standpoint, the NFLPA is the one that urged to reduce the requirements of what's going on. It wasn't the NFL. The NFLPA went to the NFL and said, "Hey, look, we have asymptomatic players. We're in the middle of a playoff hunt. These guys want to play." So I don't necessarily have a problem if the NFLPA is the one approaching the NFL to that.
But
to
remember
me, that's players that want to play. And what I will also say is somebody's got bad feedback in their background. The new provisions or the prevention that the league has rolled out, I think also allows for players to get the opportunity to leave, like not play if they don't want to. So, I don't think that the NFL should postpone games. I don't think that would send a good precedent. And I don't, the NBA and the NHL are dealing with it right now, and they're dealing with it on a team by team basis. So like what the NBA is doing with the Chicago Bulls and not letting them play, I get it. But the NBA is different than the NFL, right? And we're at the end of the season here in the NFL, and it's 1 week. And so I personally think like the Cleveland game should be postponed. But I think that the NFL should have had a week between the end of the playoffs and a week before the beginning of the playoffs built in, so that if a team dealt with this, we were already prepared to have an extended week.
But let me ask you a question. Didn't players sign waivers that regardless if they play, they have to deal with the consequences?
Yeah, they had to sign waivers to play this year.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that they signed those waivers, they're going to play, bro. I'm sorry.
See, but that's my opinion. Other people might disagree with me.
The fact of the matter is that Roger Goodell says safety over money, and it's not that. It's money over safety. We all know that. The games are going to go on. I think that the teams that have, 5+ players and they're in a playoff contention, they should have the option to have their game pushed. Maybe not shut down the whole week, but I have a feeling that this is going to spread really bad.
And the NFL isn't like, we've played games on Tuesday before. So if they need to move a game on Sunday to Tuesday, I don't see why that's an issue. I don't see why that's an issue.
So if you have 5+ players and you want to have your game pushed because you're in a playoff contention hunt, you should have that option.
And your players are asymptomatic. If they are vaccinated and asymptomatic, I have no problem with them pushing back the game 48 hours.
Exactly.
None.
Yeah.
But
when it comes to business, bro, if you sign your rights away, bro, I mean, it is what it is.
The money
whether it's
they
fair or
would
not.
lose in bets, the money they would lose in
Can I
bets,
ask him a
FanDuel,
question?
DraftKings, everything would be so substantial. Roger Goodell would not shut down the league.
It's so easy to blame Goodell, and I am not a Goodell fan.
But Steven, you don't think the projected cap for next year comes into play?
I'm trying to fix my mic that just broke.
I think more than anything, people just need to take extra precaution. Extra. Right. They need to be extra careful. Is what they need to do. People walking around here with no mask on.
But Ian, you think about those people with the fake vaccination cards. People are not even washing their hands anymore.
Like this is the biggest thing.
None of that. That's weird.
Like if you go to the games, right? They're not giving you free masks. Like I don't know if you guys remember when Dolphriki was up here not too long ago, or she was on a panel and she was a little upset how Tampa Bay treated her and whatnot.
The Miami Dolphins changed their entire thing based on that whole thing. They brought TD back. They brought they did a lot of stuff.
No. But Steven, that's not where I'm going. But listen, hear me out real quick. What the thing is, they're not giving back to the fans. It was the biggest thing, right? But at least give a team mask. Everybody that's entering the stadium, I see a lot of people on TV on the crowds. Nobody's wearing a mask. We want to keep it into that subject. At least the owners and the organization of the stadium, they should have. Oh, you're coming in. Here's a mask. Here's a mask. Here's a mask. But it's your decision. But it's your decision whether you want to put it on or not. That's how you end that conversation.
I don't think you should put that responsibility on the owners, bro. People should take about accountability for their own actions. I will say this: if I'm an owner, if you don't have a mask, I'm not going to let you in my arena.
What about the Dolphins having an incentive for having a mask on, giving you 5% off your ticket or something like that? But you have to
you can do that.
They shouldn't have to do that, but I get.
I just think you knock out all the parties, whether you agree with the mask or disagree. But at least the attempt from our organization, and not only ours, the entire league in general in the NFL, there's millions of eyes that watch this game. They need to lead by example as leaders that, to show forth most that, there's a big situation here with this COVID situation, and it's growing again, and it's silently growing. It's not being tough on the TV like it was before. But at the end of the day, that's what I would do, and I would give people their options.
If everybody just take accountability for their own actions, social distance, keep wearing a mask. A lot of this, this spike in, people getting infected and getting affected again. A lot of that will be minimized drastically. But people are not doing that. They're just walking around like it never happened.
I think it's worse.
We're not still in the pandemic.
I think it's worse this time because people are walking around feeling invincible. Oh, it didn't do nothing to me.
Exactly.
It's worse.
Exactly.
Can I say something? Yeah, I went Christmas shopping yesterday for my daughter, and this is not a racist comment, but EM lives in Texas.
Forgot who I'm talking to.
D1.
Damn nanobots and shit in you.
Hello?
Have you caught it?
D1.
Mute him, Steven. He ain't paying attention.
No, he's not. Go ahead.
So
who are we talking to, bro? Who are we talking to? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Just go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So I went out yesterday Christmas shopping for my daughter, and we live in Texas, and it's not a racist comment. I go into Burlington. Only people who had masks on were people of ethnicity. I'm just being real. Like Indians, Mexicans, Blacks.
And it's look, man.
I'm not being racist to you. I'm just saying.
No, bro. Come on, you're talking to me. I got you, but it's a fair statement. But I get where you're going with it. What I want.
I'm just saying in Texas. I don't know about everywhere else, but in Texas, they do. Once the law changed as far as mandatory masks, they throw them in the trash down here.
There's a lot of truth to what that man just said. I just had this conversation.
I'm not dealing.
They have COVID parties, bro. They have COVID parties in Florida.
Josh Allen is starting against the Panthers, so I don't know how y'all feel about that.
So I got a football question for EM. I did have a football question for EM, but y'all jumped into this. EM, I want your evaluation of this answer because I respect you, bro. I don't ask clickbait these type questions. Do you think that we're not seeing him in a pro style offense? Is it because of his skill set, or is it because of the deficiency of the team? And two, the second question on that touchdown to Kelsey, if that was Mike Gesicki, do you think he scores? I want EM to answer that for me, please.
Well, first, I think I think it's a combination of both. I think even Tua, you hear him, last week or earlier this week, he talked about how he's not. I'm paraphrasing, but he said I'm not consistently seeing all three levels of the field. He said that I'm leaving guys open. So I think it's a combination of both. That's why I said when we were talking about the comparison between him and Herbert, why I feel Herbert is further along is because we've seen Herbert in that format, more consistent than Tua. Now, again, it's going to be tough to get that evaluation on Tua this year because the instability with the O-line. That's a real thing. That's a fact. I don't know why I've had this argument with Tua. I don't know how many times. With TD. I don't know how many times. That's a real thing. That's a real issue. But we can only evaluate on the sample size that we've been given. So you could say, I hope Tua can flourish in a pro style approach. I hope Tua can do this. Well, Herbert is already doing that, and he's doing.
So, Ian, you think Herbert can play in the West Coast offense?
Well, absolutely. Why can't he? Why do you think?
Short yardage pass precision is Herbert's thing. He can do that on a consistent basis.
I wouldn't say that's a strength of his, but it's not a weakness in my opinion.
Fact.
No,
last question.
The numbers don't show that though. The numbers don't show that's a strength for him
because he don't throw it often.
I didn't say it was a strength, D1. I didn't say it was a strength, bro.
That was a real question. So do you think the line that Herbert has that helps him get comfortable to read the three different levels because he has time to. That's why I'm like, you can't compare. That's why I don't compare the two. But
you know what?
Tua can't read the field. He doesn't have time to read the field when he Justin does.
But you know what? This is where I offer pushback, and this is where we part ways, bro.
Okay, I listen. I respect.
Herbert last year when he rewrote the history books, he had the worst, arguably the worst offensive line in football. Had no running game, and this man they blitzed him constantly. I mean, he was one of the most blitzed quarterbacks last year, and the man was number one against pressure. I mean, over Tom Brady, not rookies, over Tom Brady, over Aaron Rodgers. I mean, the best of the best. So again, that's where I offer pushback when people try to use. I'm not saying you in this, but a lot of folks,
So is it telling that Herbert has not beat a top 10 defense? Is it telling that he struggles with top 10 defenses?
He didn't have Eckler last year. Yeah, I'm just asking. I don't know.
Yeah, he got hurt. He was hurt for the majority of the league last year.
To bring it back to the game, Austin Eckler would have scored that touchdown.
Breaking news.
I mean,
the Miami Dolphins are breaking out the throwbacks against the Patriots last game of the year. Green throwbacks.
Wow.
D1. That's part of the evaluation. That's legit.
I got a good question
and that's
for you.
legit, bro. That's legit, bro. You can use that as as far as your evaluation. That's legit.
Hey, can we move off the quarterbacks for a second? I want to ask you, is Mike Gesicki benefiting for the lack of weapons Tua has? And then the second part of the question is, if we do get a running game and more receivers, will he disappear in the offense? I'm basically asking if he's expendable.
I mean, benefiting. I mean, he been on the back of a milk carton for the last 3-4 weeks, bro.
Yeah, because people are trying to tell me on Twitter that he should get $14 million.
What is he benefited from? I mean, man,
he's been on the back of a milk
carton. Bro, they got an APB out on him right now. So
I'm asking because people are trying to tell me he should get $14 million. I'm like, for that, I can get somebody else.
Oh no. I'm not paying that. No. Mike Gesicki, no. Either my approach to him is this. Slap a second round tender on him, or you let him walk and collect a compensatory pick next year. I'm not paying that man $10 million plus.
Look, let me tell you guys what's gonna happen with Mike Gesicki if the Dolphins don't pay him. Another team is gonna pay Mike Gesicki. Another team is gonna have a better quarterback. Wait, listen and finish. Another team is gonna have a better quarterback. Wait. And that other team, this is the most important thing, is not going to be scared to put Gesicki on the line of scrimmage and use him there all game. They're not going to care.
Wait, so are you saying Flores is not a good coach?
They're going to put that guy on the line. They're going to use him as a tight end. He hasn't been used here like that, so he's like preserving his body. It's like here in Miami, we develop stars for other teams to enjoy. Gesicki is next.
Somebody's got music in the background. Who's got music in the background? All right.
I'm going to blame Gesicki for it. He's rolling with it. He likes to go out. Oh, I'm not a tight end. I'm the slot guy. That guy's getting me mad too. And then he wants to come out here and say, oh, he don't like the fans that are flip-flopping. Bro, you guys, I'm flip-flopping on Gesicki. Remember I say pay Gesicki?
Hey,
I don't want Gesicki. That guy, I'm flip-flopping like a coin flip right now.
Flip-floppers, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show. All right, hey, y'all. TD.
Oh.
You there, TD?
Hit that like button.
Yeah, click that like button. All right, hey, what
Ian, look in the private chat real quick, Ian.
I can hear you, Steven.
So just curious, man. Tomorrow, the games tomorrow, man. What are your thoughts about the games tomorrow as far as New England, Cleveland, Vegas, and who's the other? Colts, right? So, what are your thoughts about tomorrow's games?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I want who is it? The Raiders have the worst record, right?
Yep.
I want the Raiders to win.
Correct.
Because that'll make the Raiders, Cleveland, and us tied. I know we can go another route and hope that Cleveland wins and then the Raiders get knocked out, but I'd rather it be all jumbled up. Because any one of those teams could fall to another team. So I want the Raiders to actually win. And then and if we win, we'll be tied with both of them instead of being over the Raiders and then the Browns are over us by a whole game still. Also, the night game, we need that Patriots W over the Colts to knock them out of contention. I know people want to go for the possibility of still winning the division, which is possible with perfect things happening. But you got to take the better odds. So you want the Patriots to win to put the Colts in the same situation with everybody else.
Yep.
And then we just got to handle our business. Those are the two main games. Those two, and
it's funny because they both fall on Saturday, so they're both important games for.
So we'll know Saturday. So if it goes down like that, where the Raiders win and the Patriots win, that just made all the world for us.
All right. Hey, before we start doing final thoughts of the day, I just want to remind people a couple different things. Number one, if you haven't done so already, there are 7 slots left. 7 slots left for the MSM Podcast Network raffle. First place will get an autographed Frank Gore jersey, JSA certified. Second place will get Ricky Williams autograph, 8x11, JSA certified. I asked that you do the donation through PayPal or Cash App. I got 3 donations through Cash App so far today. So there's 7 spots left. So let's get those filled up by the end of this show, which would be great. And I can set everything up and try to do the thing this afternoon or sometime tomorrow when I'm down in Florida with Solo, because I'll be with Solo tomorrow. Solo D. So yeah, let's do that.
Solo D.
I want to remind everybody too, Sunday, live from 10 a.m. to noon, the Tailgreeter pregame show. Speaking of Tailgreeter, 6 p.m. tonight is the Tailgreeter Bowl game, the Tailgreeter Cure Bowl on ESPN at 6 p.m. It's like Northern Illinois versus Coastal Carolina. Go support them. Just watch. Even if it's for 5-10 minutes, just give them the views that they need on ESPN. Go support Tailgreeter on ESPN. And they've been a great sponsor for us, and I want to support them. And I think that's it. That's all I got so far. So let's do final thoughts of the day. You can talk about whatever you want.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Stephen. What I wanted to talk about was because earlier on the show, Stephen, and this is my final thoughts, by the way, and I got to get out of here. So I appreciate you having me up. Earlier on the show.
Hey, you owe to the swear jar, Pete. You owe to the swear jar today, Pete.
Why? I didn't curse.
You did curse earlier.
Oh, and one of those slots, I think I sent you a cash.
He needs to double that too for that comment he made earlier. He needs to double his contribution is what he needs to do.
No, man, you guys. Would you
like to elaborate on that, Ian?
No, my thing is earlier on the show you said, "Oh, breaking news! You know, we have running backs coming back, Miles Gaskins and everything off the COVID." But then before you said that earlier on the show in the beginning, you said we're down to our 5th running back. When you said that, Steven, I know it's like bad news to lose the starting backs, but for some reason I'm like, thank God. Like, at least we're gonna see something fresh. We wanted Philip Lindsay, his ankle is broken, but now we actually get to see Duke Johnson. I feel like let's just roll with Johnson, give him the full authority. Like, let's not play around.
I still
like, to
think
me,
that
it's
we're
a good
actually going to
thing. I want
see.
to
I
do
think
it.
we're going to see Duke. I still think we're going to see Duke on Sunday.
You know, something fresh, something.
But Pete,
I need to see something
Flores
great.
said something about shaking up the running back room, so it's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah,
it's been shaken up. It's been shaken up. So go
did
ahead,
he
guys.
really?
You guys
He
can
said
have the
that
floor.
really?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, in his press
that's
conference.
What's up. Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, Gaskins on notice.
Hey, Pete, is that it, Pete?
What's that?
Is that your final thought?
My final thought before I go, guys, appreciate you. Spread Kindness Friday. Love everybody. Fins Nation all the way up. Make it happen somehow, some way, even though I believe or not. But at the end, my next question is to TD, and then everybody else can answer. My question is, TD has always came out and said he wants 8s all over his team, right? And I understand when he says that. Where is Tua in that scale? And then all of you guys answer, and I'll be in the chat. Thank you guys for having me up.
Hey, Pete, man, thank you for coming on the show today, sir. I was gonna save TD till like last, so I'll let. Who am I gonna have go next? I'll have Estefan go next. Estefan, sir. I hate you, Estefan.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you,
Yeah.
Estefan.
What's up? All right, man. Dude, I just dropped out, came back. Final thoughts. Y'all fill those slots for them autographs. I signed them myself. They're almost identical, y'all. I know how to whip that pen.
7 slots left. Go fill them up.
EM don't know boxing. Mayweather's overrated, and he sucks. Canelo's the GOAT. Pound for pound, baby.
What?
Oh yeah. No, on a real note, though. On a real note, your boy O'Malley did good last week. I still think that if he
Sugar Sean, baby.
Yeah. I still think if he rematches with Cheeto's gonna whoop that ass.
I was so mad Amanda Nunez lost.
Oh no, not me, Juliana, bro. Man, hey man, that girl worked for it.
Amanda
she
Nunez
worked for it, man.
Is a big Dolphins fan, so I like her. She's
is she? I don't care.
Is she really?
I don't like her. I'm sorry, I don't like her, bro. I love the fact that Juliana upset her. And boxing's going off right now, y'all. That lightweight division. So I know we don't talk combat sports on here, but I love combat. Yeah. All right, man. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Salute, homie. Hey, if y'all ever if you want I tell you a real treat is to have a conversation about Canelo privately with Estefan. Oh my God, that is a real treat.
Or go on Fire and Ice Combat Sports Podcast and do it with him.
You should hear him. Oh no, he's very tamed.
Yeah, good stuff.
On that platform, but anyway, but yeah. Nothing but love, homie.
All right, Ennis, you're next, Ennis.
I just want to wish everybody a good weekend. Hopefully everything falls into place for us. And if you have Twitter, join us on me and Showtime on Showtime Space or Minds, whoever. We positive Miami talk. And that's all I got to say. Love you, Steven. See you Monday. Oh no, see you this weekend when you do your stream.
Are you going to be at the game, Ennis?
Nah, I'm talking about when you go live.
Hey man, I will see you there, brother. I will see you there, Ennis. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the love, dude.
Salute, homie.
All right. Showtime.
What up, everybody? If you ever want to debate, keep it objective, go back and forth on Twitter. Any smoke, I'm on Twitter. Showtime MIA. Yesterday we had Big Cat in the space from Barstool. It was crazy.
That was crazy. You guys had talk about that real quick.
Listen, man, he's part of Tour now, bro. It's a movement right now. It's nuts. But a lot of big names are trying to talk to us. So as for Steven, you should connect them so you can connect with them with your channel. because
Hey,
they're
man,
very
I was
open.
about to say, can you help me get them on my show?
He's doing. I think Big Cat is doing a space right now. But the next time, if when we do a space, if they jump on, whatever, I'll message you.
I know. Barstool President Dave Portnoy was doing stuff too.
You need to get Joy Taylor. You need to get Joy Taylor on the platform, bro.
Man, I want Joy Taylor. I want Ricky Williams. I want Dave Portnoy.
I'm in love with Joy Taylor. Don't do that.
I'll be fine with Joy Taylor.
Joy Taylor. I'm trying to get her to jump in, but
I'm
she
in
has
love.
like half
I'm
the
in love
Twitter
with
block.
her. Please, let me know.
All right. But listen.
I'm gonna charge $100.
Don't tell my girl.
I'm gonna charge $100 cover charge for Joy's coming out.
Listen, I'm gonna say shoot your shot, man. Peace of love to everybody. Wow, EM. EM, I didn't know you were a scuba diver. The last thing I'm gonna say, stop. Everybody needs to stop. Everybody needs to stop.
Ian, you're not talking about my joy, are you?
Damn.
Listen, man.
Oh
Some
my
people,
God.
some of your wives are probably watching the stream. Listen, let me try to get out of here.
Like my
Thank God mine is. Thank God mine.
Peace and love to everybody, and stop comparing Marino to everybody, man. He's one of the goats.
Hey,
And
Showtime. Tell people.
Salute to you, bro.
What's up?
Tell people to hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Donate. If you see any connections that could help Steve's channel, help him out. Find investors. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this big. Yeah. You have a good day.
Showtime. Always respect, bro. Always respect.
Yeah, for respect. At least for me, I won't just talk crap. I'll come on here and debate because these people they just send their messages. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I come and get the smoke. Feel me? Yeah. Have a good one.
Be good, Showtime.
All right.
Peace, Showtime. Can I go next, Steven?
Yes, you can. D1.
All right, great show as always. I was spreading kindness today.
Were you though? Were you?
Yes,
though?
I was. I was talking about. I'm sorry, I started the Herbert discussion and everything went off the rails. But I mean, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of the hypocritical people that some are in this panel and in the Dolphins community with the hypocritical biased takes.
I agree.
And that goes for Tua. That goes for Tua nears and the Tua haters.
I agree.
And I just want everybody to keep that same energy if you're going to cap. If you're going to cap for a quarterback, keep that same energy, TD.
Exactly.
D1, man, all love.
Okay,
man.
TD, keep that same energy.
Hey. First of all, you know what I got to do right now?
Because I still have not got the answer of what's a negative on Herbert.
Hold on.
But,
D1, say something nice about TD.
Really? I gotta go through that, yo.
Yes, you do. Say something nice
There's
about
nothing.
TD.
I mean,
it's Fred Condis Friday. Say something nice.
Oh my God, he has a lovely family, and I love how his platformers grew up from 4 years ago when he was texting me under a Patriots video asking how can he get up in this, get into the YouTube stuff.
D1, I said
cool.
something. Okay, TD, say something nice about D1.
Damn.
TD.
Exactly. It's just like when I asked him for something negative on Herbert and he can't do it. And he can't do it.
Oh man. Oh.
I can't with y'all.
Just like when I asked him to say something positive about Tua, he can't do it.
TD, can you say something nice about D1?
D1, are you a Dolphins fan?
Why is that the question? Were you
just
not
answer
under
the
my
question, D1?
Yes, I'm a Dolphin fan. I just think it's a remedial question.
Go ahead, TD. Say something
Say
nice.
something nice?
Yes.
D1 is a Dolphins fan.
Damn. Damn.
Boy,
I like that. That's real sweet.
Damn, man. Come on, bro. Can we
Y'all
get
be in your
along?
feelings too hard.
Ian, would you like to elaborate on that?
Y'all can't blame Ian for this one. Y'all cannot blame Ian for this one.
In all honesty, I'm
I'm
just teasing. I'm just teasing, bro. I'm gonna say something nice when it's my go though, Steven.
All right, that's fair. D1, anything else? Hey, thank you for coming out
That's
to the
it.
panel each and every day.
Thank you for having me on. I hope we have a great weekend by winning and whatever the other team.
Quit running, D1. Quit ducking me, bro. Quit ducking me. That's all I'm saying. Quit ducking me, bro. Stop it.
D1, you want me to give him that smoke on Madden for you, bro?
I mean, bro, you don't even be on.
That's because I'm too good, man. I don't play anymore. Nobody can
You don't even own the game.
I'm too good.
You don't even own it.
I'm too good.
You see my
my
YouTube
God.
channel. I'm the best Madden player on this panel. It's not even
You
close.
don't own the game.
He's still playing PS3, bro. He's still
No, I
playing
got a
PS3.
PS5, buddy. It's in a box because I built my own gaming PC. I don't even use it.
He says I got the knockoff, son. I got the knockoff.
I got
But
a
yeah,
PS5.
I'll
I
stay
don't
on and
even
wait
use
for
it.
the positive thing from TD, bro. I'm peace out.
All right.
Yo, Steven, I'll go and then let everybody else go. I'll get out of here, man.
Go ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Steven, man, I love you letting everybody on this panel. I know that I've been so quiet lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to give people a reality check today after watching the game last night. At this juncture, I mean, it's not even close. Herbert's better. We all know it. I mean, if you don't know it, then, I mean, you just don't watch football very well. All these little stats and everything, it's just, come on, man. Herbert is way better. It is what it is. But Tua's ceiling has gone very up since I've seen him the past 4 games. So, do I still think Tua can be great in time? Yes. But do I ever think he'll be Herbert? I don't know. We have to still the jury's still out. EM, man, love your takes. TD, you know it's all love to you, man. I always love you.
Same to you,
your
man.
channel,
Same
man.
to you.
I try to catch your channel whenever I can. It just so happens that mornings are best for me. So, but Steven, man,
That's what's up.
do your thing, baby. I love you, man. You're awesome, Steven. You always let everybody on. You always keep it 100. And I really love it, Steven. So I try to share everything I can with everybody, man. And everything aside, man, I love all you guys, man. I just want the Dolphins to win. You know that.
All right. Be easy.
Salute, bro.
Thank you.
All right, man.
I'll go.
Be easy.
Thank you.
Steve, I'll go real quick, bro. Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me on, bro. And yeah, man. Listen, at the end of the day, we can all have disagreements, you know, but I do agree with a lot with I forget who, I think Cameron brought that up, the point he made about Tua as our quarterback and we should support him. And I do agree with that 100%, but we need to be objective in the fair and objective in the evaluation process.
Amen.
So at the end of the day, we should all just be focused on Sunday, focused on the task at hand, which is the New York Jets, right? Let's get this win. We want to see more improvement from Tua. And let's just stop all this bickering, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're in the midst of we could be on the brink of us winning our 6th game in a row. We could, you know, so there's a lot of positive things surrounding our team right now. Let's just focus let that be the focus. And at the end of the day, man, salute to everybody for showing up in the comments for always showing up and showing Steven love and things up, baby. I'll see y'all Sunday.
Yeah, man. Love you, brother. Be good, man.
All right, salute home.
Never beat me in a debate.
All right, before I let Vinsanity go, I just want to say real quick a couple things. Just to reiterate, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Donate to the channel. I got 7 more slots left to the raffle. Want to get those filled up before the end of the show. That would be awesome. 7 more slots. And also, make sure, if you guys haven't done so already, follow me on social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Vinsanity, go. All you.
Steven, why are you mean to me?
I'm not mean.
So mean to me.
I'm not.
Let's go, Travis Kelce.
Let's go, TD. Catching tickets on a Thursday night. Finally, right? Shout out to Chef Jew. He's the one who sent me here. He said he hadn't heard from me and he was kind of concerned. So, hey, Chef Jew, I'm okay. You know, I'm good. You don't have to, you know, be sad or anything anymore. Spread Kindness Fridays, such an amazing idea, and I like the way that you execute it each and every Friday. It's a beautiful thing. Shout out to your show, Steven. Shout out to you being with Tailgreeter and how this whole thing has grown. You're doing it. Congratulations, TD. Oh, and everybody, happy holidays, because you probably won't hear from me before then. So happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays.
Be safe and be around your family. That's the most important thing. You ain't got to do all the extra stuff. Be around your family, the people who really, truly, 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 truly matter. God bless you all. I'm out.
Be good, Vinsanity. I like it. I'm out. Peace. Peace and hair grease. All right. So I saved you for last because TD, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, TD. I think you get too much hate, man. You get so much hate.
I'm supposed
and everybody's gonna be like, Steven, stop sucking up to your boy, whatever, man. Look, TD's my guy. I think he gets too much hate. I will admit it. So I saved him for last because I think he deserves to go last. D1, I do love you though. D1's in the back room listening. He said he was gonna stay on. So D1's listening. So go ahead, TD. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
So first of all,
I want to apologize to you, Steven, and the whole panel and everybody watching, because it is Spread Kindness Friday. And I've been hanging around EM Dolphin fan too long. And the word stupid and idiot came out of my mouth all in 1 minute. That's not common at all. Okay. Whoever that feels that I was addressing that to them, I honestly, believe it or not, I didn't even know who was responding to me and who I was responding to.
You were hyped. You were
I didn't even know who it was. I didn't know which person I was responding to. I was just saying what I was saying. I was hearing little points, and then I was like, just going back and forth. So if I offended anybody or made them feel any type of way, I'm sorry. That's unbecoming to me. It's not a part of who I am. But at the same token, I am human. God ain't done me yet. But with that being said, I do have to say this. Now, Steven, I get too much hate or whatever you may call it. I don't get too much hate, because every bit of hate I get, a large part of it, I recognize that I deserve it. And the reason why I say that is because when I turned my phone on and clicked on the stream, all I heard was a conversation about Herbert. And nothing makes me happier after a Herbert good game to get under people's skin and just start talking about how good Herbert was. And I came on the stream and I just kept saying generational talent. Herbert was amazing last night, this and that, because some people get in their feelings about that. And I do that because it also shows that some people are emotionally invested in wanting Tua to be better than Herbert, which to a degree ain't nothing wrong with, but it's gotten so bad that people will diminish what he does, try to find any way they possibly can to make Tua closer to his status at this point. Mm-hmm. The reality is Herbert is the better quarterback. Upside tells you that Herbert's going to have the better career, but it doesn't mean that that's going to happen. Just because Herbert started off hot doesn't mean that Tua won't end up having a better career and being better than Herbert.
Tua will be.
And he might.
He will
be.
The
problem is people never want to live in the now. They want to bash and criticize the now because they can't, they don't know how to compartmentalize things, man. Just like, and I'm glad the person that asked EM the question of is it Herbert's O-line? No, is it the reason? No, Tua. Is the reason why they don't open it up for Tua, is it because of the O-line or is it Tua? And EM said it's all of it. And I'm glad he said that, because here's what the real debate is in the Dolphins community with me, is that I'm saying that it's not solely the O-line, the reason why they're not opening it up. And I'm giving Tua some of the culpability in that because of what they see he did last year when they had moments of opening it up. He misses targets and everything. And they want to ignore that and put it 100% the reason why on the O-line. So when I hear 100% O-line, I kick back and say, no, Tua's a part of the problem too. He's having a problem processing all three levels of the field, as EM stated, and Tua has stated. He's missing wide open guys, as Tua just stated, and his ball placement hasn't been the best, as Tua just stated. All I state are those facts, but they don't like to hear those. And that's where the unfortunate hate comes from. But I don't make it better because they're already mad that I'm talking some truth, because Tua has confirmed most of these things. But on top of that, I troll on top of it. So I'm going to be labeled bad, but I have to blame myself more so because of the trolling piece of it. If I just kept it square and showed you his indeficiencies, they still be mad at me, but they wouldn't be vengeful of me. But they're vengeful of me because I also troll as well. So that's really what it is at the end of the day. And last thing, bro, what people need to understand is what I say isn't the gospel, obviously, and I'm sure y'all believe that. But you have to stop reacting to what I say as if it is the gospel. It's like TD said it, and I'm so mad. That's like the pastor telling me something that I don't agree with. It's just no, it can't be. You're giving me a little too much credit.
That's not what the Bible said, Pastor.
Yeah, and when you do that, you give me too much credit because you're basically making everything I say valuable when you do that. So, and I'm not going to diminish, my voice, but at the same token, I never sat out to be the most right person. I'm just trying to give my take. And at the end of the day, if I'm wrong, I'm proud to be wrong because I'm a hop on the right side right away once I got the evidence to support it. But people want me to hop on this side that I ain't got evidence yet. They may devise their own evidence based off of, and it's not solid, it's based off of hope. But I'm sorry, I got to devise mine off of the facts and what I'm seeing. And at the end of the day, Tua Tagovailoa's main issues is reading 3 levels of the field, missing wide open targets because of a determined destination he wants to go with the ball. And lastly, his ball placement is very inconsistent. And why do I get flack for that when Tua said it himself? And the only comeback that I get is, but he's humble. Y'all stop using this humble excuse. The man watches film. The man is being coached, and he's being told these same things that I'm presenting to people. And once he improves in those areas, we will have a great quarterback. We will have one of the greatest quarterbacks that can play. Now, from an elite standpoint, being able to make those crazy throws and stuff like that, I just don't see it, but it's not needed. All he has to do is do his job in the system we have now and do it to perfection. And people think 80% is perfection. 100% ain't perfection if you're missing an open guy, if your ball placement is bad, or if you're not reading all 3 levels of the field. Yep. He will get better, and he will start to erase those concerns. But I am not going to write a guy in as the guy until he does it. If you want to, nothing's wrong with that. I salute you for it. Be ahead of it. Say you know what's going to happen. Then when it happens, it feels even greater for you. I just have to give my take on what's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm wrong. I'll get on the right side. If it does happen, the sad part about it is if I end up being right about my takes, nobody's gonna come back and be like, you know what, TD, I killed you for those takes, but you were right. They're not going to. So at the end of the day, I got to do what I got to do. I ain't going to be fake. And this whole comparison with Herbert, why don't I give Herbert the same flack? Because Herbert ain't my quarterback. And once again,
and see, that's a fair statement.
I only sing Herbert's praises because it's not for the real Dolphin fans. I am trolling the people who it burns their soul to hear anything good about Herbert. So all y'all who it doesn't burn soul to hear something good about Herbert, I'm not trolling you. But if you're bothered by it, then maybe you need to reevaluate why you don't like that so much, that Herbert is playing at a high level, generational talent. It just is what it is. But I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to, get anybody mad. D1, I ain't even know if it was D1 that I was talking to.
You got to say something nice about D1 too.
Well, that's what I was about to do. I didn't know if that was D1 that I was even talking to. Obviously it was. And I'm sorry, bro. I ain't mean no drama behind it. I was just replying to people. But at the end of the day, man, I remember D1, like you said, way back when, 4 years ago, when I was around YouTube asking about, the beginning stages of channels and stuff like that. I salute the homie. He was one of the voices and people that I recognized early on in it, man. And I ain't got nothing but love and respect for D1. And debate is debate. It's all love. It's all constructive. I just have fun with it, and I like to laugh a lot. Sometimes people take my jokes as real serious, and they like, oh, these takes are just terrible, but it's actually a joke. So nothing but love to you, bro, and to everybody if you felt offended. But I'm going to still stick with my theory. Remember, it's a theory, not fact, This is my theory on what's up with Tua and what happened with the system. And time always tells. So let's wait for time to tell. In between that, we'll just keep debating.
TD Fins Talk. Where go look for my man. Look, everybody who watches the show probably knows exactly where he's at. I don't need to tell y'all where to go. But if you are on TD's show, when you're in the chat, say, hey, come to Stephen D's show. Come to Miami Sports Music. I need to take some of TD's views, man. Oh, you got all these views over here. Let's bring them on over here.
Bro, somebody said, get that trolling out of your heart, TD. Y'all made me like this. Now y'all scared of your own invention.
Y'all done made Frankenstein.
You made me like this, and now you scared of your own invention.
See, Zoe Vegas 75 said that. Oh my goodness. Hey, so you're doing a pregame show on Sunday as you, per usual.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be doing it, right?
I will 10 to noon. I'll be doing mine because I'll be at the stadium. I'll be going to the game.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, if you can hear me with all the noise, then I'll hop in.
All right. We'll
I'll also be doing Saturday night, that Patriots Colts game. I plan to stream that as well.
Hey, I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm gonna put you on the spot.
No.
Yep. Can you do Monday show?
Monday morning show?
Yeah, can you do Monday morning show?
I'll actually be on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna be flying. All right, I'm gonna have to get Cameron to do Victor.
Yeah, I'll be on the road from Miami because I'll be driving down there after the game Sunday, doing a turnaround quick trip.
Are you coming to the game?
Pick my daughter up.
Are you coming to the game?
I was, but not anymore.
Oh,
I'm gonna stream it at home, and at 4:30, I'm getting on the road.
Dude, come hey man, look, if this is a conversation you want to have up behind the air, that's fine. But bro, come to the game. Do the pregame show with me.
I was, Steven. You don't understand. I had plans and everything, but the way COVID is set up.
Oh, I got you.
And because I'm hosting Christmas at my place, I don't want to, put anybody at risk. I have, people in my family have concerns of medical.
Well, as long as we went out, I will be there for the last game. So maybe the last game.
No, I wouldn't dare go to a last game versus the Patriots because if I left there depressed, no.
I love it. All right,
but I got to get out of here, bro. But
be good, bro.
Man, Herbert is an elite talent, bro.
So Tua's the guy. Tua all day.
I know. I'm just trying to get people
blood
boiling.
Out here trolling people. All right, man. Be good, bro.
All right, man.
Yep. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the #1 Miami fan network, the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I had a good time today. This was a lot of fun. Hey, look, there are 7 slots left. 7 slots. So this is what I'm going to do. TD was listening. I'm going to play TD's song with Solo D right now. I'm going to play some music. And the more y'all donate, the more Solo D songs I will play for y'all. So that's how we're going to end the show today. Let's do Spread Kindness Friday. Let's raise some money from the channel. Let's raise some money for the Dolphins Cancer Challenge for TPP. Shout out to them. They won a lot. They won an award at the gala last night for the DCC gala over at the Hard Rock Hotel or the Hard Rock Casino. So yeah, they had a good time last night. Go check them out. The TPP. That was a lot of fun. Wish I was there hanging out with y'all. Looked like a lot of fun. Portion of all the money raised will go towards TPP. So guys, 7 slots left. And I'll tell you what, if anybody else donates, I'll add you in. So we can do more than 7, but let's at least get these 7 filled. $25 per slot. Let's do it on Cash App, $MSM Podcast Network, and PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network, but without the Cash App sign. All right? So let's do that. Let's fill up these last 7 slots. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. See, Pete, are you trolling? All right, I was about to say, Pete, don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that, Pete. It's Spread Kindness Friday, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start playing it because I know y'all want to hear it.
You already know, man. We're right here with the legend, man. Live and direct, man.
Let's raise some money for the channel, y'all. Let's go.
What's up, man? Shout out to Miami Sports Music. It's the new anthem for the new era. Fins up.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
But throw it up. Throw your foe up in the sky. Throw it up. Let them know that we gon' ride. Where you from? We be reppin' worldwide.
DWA, stay loyal till we die.
What is the come up? We been down for a minute. This the come up. We been reppin' staying consistent. This the come up. Now the world gotta feel it. Reppin' so loud, whole world gotta hear it.
A new era.
Dolphins on the clizzard, tick, tick, tizzard, till we reach the tizzard. This a never stizzard, reppin' till we drizzard. So low D, I be reppin' with this hip hop. Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up. Throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix. Ain't no more relying on fits. It's time for Tua to get us lit. That's why we got Waddle at 6 and Jalen Phillips is a brick at 36. We got Javon Hollins, Madden hit stick. Eichenberg protecting hips. 2 whole years and he ain't slipped. Run along, he got that gritter, triple threat, he so legit. Ronald Coleman, Jared Dokes, the 7th round was such a gift. That's why we toast, that's why we sip, that's why we reppin' MSM. Miami sports music, don't confuse it, don't abuse it. Unless you want a new contusion, real talk, ain't no illusion. Solo D started a movement, MSM the institution. TD Fins the contribution, yeah, we started a new unit. Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit.
Guys, donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. 7 slots left.
MIAMIDOLPHINs. When do I begin? I've been rapping since a kid. If you rapping, then we can.
DWA, if you rapping, then we can.
Welcome to Percival. We asking what would Shula do? He would take the narrative and spin it like a hula hoop. He say let it Coach Flow. Coach Flow gon' do his thing and he gon' bring it to it in and to it. Come and change the game. Watch the squad ball out. Got the fans all excited. Coolers out. Grills on. Got the tailgate ignited. It's the Aqua Society. They know we stay united. DWA. We be down and start a riot. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up.
It's the new era and we back up in the mix.
Who that?
So low, so low, so low.
I'm trying to tell. You feel me? But that's how we put it down. We put it down every time when it's time to show up for the fans. We out here. You dig?
They know it's coming. Yeah.
Hey, y'all. This is Miami Sports Music Podcast Network.
Yeah, with it, man. Let's go, DW.
You already know how we do. And because of everything that's been going on today, you know I had to play a little Tua time for y'all. So let's go ahead and hit that Tua time by donating. Donate to the channel. Let's go. 7 more slots left. 7 more slots. Cash App, PayPal.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Tua time, Tua time. Time to grind, time to shine. Tua time, Tua time. Tua time, Tua time. Tua time, Tua time. Time to grind, time to shine. Tua time, Tua time. Tua time, Tua time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fits. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we en route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't want to overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, league gon' know this now. You should know the rise. They say Tua from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and Islands. Time to lay the smack down. You think you Dwayne Johnson. Time to be the people's champ. Hit them with the people's elbows. Stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no. All day I dream about sports. I think I need some Chateau custom with some Dolphins colors. Just to let them know we here. Yeah. I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Vince for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem. Like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on a show. But the young man up, in the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings. Cash out on the investment. Ball out, don't choke. Fins want all the smoke. Chris Gregg gave hope. Coach flow like spoke. Dan Marino still the GOAT. But to a man on go. Watch to a man throw. Watch to a man scope. Watch to a man dishes that we never ever seen before. Fans up, let it win. Born ready for a ring.
All right, y'all, this is going to be the last song.
5, 6, it's damn week, use 10.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit
Nobody donated,
so
so
now
this
we
is the
enterprising.
last
Switch it up,
song.
now we improvising. Go to get
All right,
in the winter column.
let's get the other 7 slots
Vince for life, we throw
sometime
the
this
foe.
weekend.
Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
So low, so low, so low. So low, so low, so low.
Hey guys, that was it. Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. What a great show. What a great show. Batman's Pop said, wow, the songs for Tua got to be so good. No disrespect, though. Nothing but love. Let's go. Samoa Southpaw. It's all good. It is all good. We'll get those 7 slots filled up sooner rather than later. If y'all want to donate later, just know y'all can do that through the Cash App, $ MSM Podcast Network, or you can do PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network. You guys can do it there. Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon, we're going to have the #1 tailgate show, the Tailgreeter pregame show. We're going to have a big time out there, so make sure you go check that out. Want to remind y'all tonight on ESPN, the Tailgreeter Cure Bowl on ESPN. Make sure you guys go support Tailgreeter. Love those guys. They're absolutely amazing. And yeah, let's do it. This has been Clacklockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I will see y'all Sunday. I fly out tomorrow morning. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but if y'all are in the South Florida area and you want to get together, me and Solo going to be hanging out. Let's do something. Let's get together. Peace.